Hello.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there. And good morning to those of you in Australia.
Oh, yes, Montana.
Or New Zealand.
Oh, yes.
Or the Philippines.
Yes.
Malaysia.
Any of those people are on,
yeah.
We're happy to have you.
We're happy to have anybody, whether it's morning, evening, afternoon, night.
That's the thing. No matter what time it is, where you are, we're happy you made
We're
it
happy
here with us
you're here.
tonight.
You're here. Thank you.
Oh, goodness. How are we all feeling? How are we all doing? I see your mother's here. Hello.
Hello, mother.
I see Two Girls, One Cup. Hello.
Hello.
Fetty 1982. Oh, Matt Steele, you have a friend back.
Who? One!
A mess.
Oh, my
A
baby
mess.
girl. How are you?
Oh, my God.
I've longed for your touch.
Oh, hello, Jake. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Jackie, Jeanette, Montana. Oh, Jay, open the app and I heard my name. Amazing. Olaf.
Hey, Matt's big brother looks crazy. I bet still loves it. I mean, we'll talk about it.
I mean, I'm sure
I
it's coming
have
up.
2 gay minutes. And I mean, like right now, the strategy that is going down, right when I was like kind of giving up hope a little bit.
Yeah, I saw you
like,
in the competitive reality TV channel saying you were excited for like what's happening for the POV.
Yeah, it's like I'll talk about it in 2 gay minutes. But the thing is, like, I won't be able to. I don't have time to talk about like the strategy part because there's already too much like before that happened before that I have to talk about. So I'll probably talk about that the following week on the podcast.
Yes.
But like stuff's happening and it's kind of cool. Kind of cool.
Oops, sorry, 1 second.
Oh, what are you doing? Messing around with the lights. All right. Juan says he's your friend too, Matt Palmer.
Oh, hello, Juan. I'm so glad we're both friends. It just seems like, you and Matt Steele have a special connection.
Michael Smith says your crochet era continues.
It does. I was almost thinking, oh, maybe I should do away with the crochet because I've been doing it so much. But I mean, if it looks good, it looks good.
It looks good, you know. Yeah. All right. First live. Hello, Josh from New York. Welcome to the lives. They're very exciting. Oh, look at the warmth that popped up there. Oh, the red's popping.
I knew you'd like it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, Josh from NY. First live. Welcome, welcome.
I already said hi to Josh.
Oh, well, sorry.
You
I was
missed
focusing
everything.
on the color.
God damn it. I randomly remembered while watching TikTok that you are probably live, so I'm happy to catch the show.
Oh, yes. Welcome.
Yes,
it's every
we are.
Sunday. Well, most Sunday nights.
Next week,
Yes.
it will be Monday.
Next week, it will be Monday, so just keep that in
the
mind.
Mats are traveling.
Yes, we're going to our friend Corey's wedding, and we're going to probably say it when the podcast records, hopefully if you remember.
Yeah.
But yes, so next week, it's going to happen Monday night at 6:30 p.m. instead of Sunday night. But at most other weeks, it's 6:30 p.m. Sunday night. Join us here, live, talking about shit, recording a podcast, everything you love.
Everything you love.
Please tell me y'all heard the LG7's snippets. No, I have not heard them outside of the one that was at the end of the concert film.
Here's the thing. We have a job now, and it is to
I know.
react to stuff with fresh ears.
Yes, and so
Even though some people don't think we're very good at that job.
I mean, luckily those people won't have to worry about getting a Charlie XCX review ever again. Literally, girl, best of luck to you. We're back to we don't care about this person.
Listen, we care about Carly, not Carly. Well, we care about Carly too, but we care about Charlie. Wish her the best.
Yes.
She's lovely,
Yes.
talented,
Yes.
a visionary.
And we've reacted to many different artists over the 10, 11 years. I must tell you all, Charlie fans, you're the worst. You are.
Charlie, what are they called?
I think they're angels.
The
They could be
angels.
brats.
The angels are brats.
They are.
Like,
they're living up.
They are rude and annoying in the comment section.
And also, just for future reference, to anyone who wants to say my phone government name in a comment, don't be surprised when I write you back. And Matt Steele will go back and forth with you. I won't, and I'll just hit you with a nice, feel free to unsubscribe. Bitch, this ain't a group think. This isn't us talking back and forth, deciding about like how to do what we do. It's just, you all can leave. Literally, you are not needed. Your feedback wasn't asked for, especially if you're not. The thing is, when we get into the Discord, we send some polls. What was Mariah Carey's 4th album? Was a poll I put up. That's when I'm looking for the feedback.
Yeah.
You, random person on the internet, spouting off. Don't care. Don't care.
Oh my god. I will also say there were some rude Jade stands that filtered their way into the Charlie video.
But
I remember because they wrote rude comments in the Jade video and then popped up in the comments of the Charlie video too. And it's like, oh y'all just want its return.
But it's also like, we got paid for the Jade video. Well, not yet, actually, but we will be getting paid for that video because I won't forget.
That's true.
Oh God.
Yeah, but we were happy to react to Jade. She's cool.
Oh, Jade's amazing.
She was cool.
I'm
That
excited for her
video was
album.
cool. Yeah, and that Charlie video was cool too. We liked it a lot.
Yes. Merry Christmas or Daydream fourth album. That's the thing. That is the question. And
It's Daydream.
we did the votes, and since I'm going to make Matt Steele agree with the votes when we talk about a music video bracket that's coming up, I will agree with the votes and say that Daydream is Mariah's fourth. But even though I think general rule-wise, of course, Christmas albums don't count. If any Christmas album ever created
were to count, it would
counts,
be yes.
it would be that.
And so the fact that even that doesn't count,
Yes.
as a new studio album
Yes.
means that none of them count.
None of them count.
But we love Christmas albums. Well, you love Christmas albums, and I'm neutral on Christmas albums.
I mean, not to be that guy, but I was listening to a podcast and someone said, I think it was Danny Pellegrino when he mentioned Christmas in July. Did I then turn on my Christmas?
Of course you did.
I was just like, oh, I can't wait for Christmas. We're only months away. I texted Jackson. I was like, we need to have a Christmas party this year. And he's like, what? Like now? And I was like, no.
I'm surprised that you've never had a Christmas
It's weird.
party.
Or holiday party.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't need to be Christmas, but it's holiday.
Sure.
Many people consider Merry Christmas to be your fourth album. I consider it Daydream. Christmas albums are separate entities. Okay, well, you will be happy when we get to the fourth album bracket because it's going to be a very tough bracket now, though.
Oh, sure. Because these women are now like established.
And the thing is, there are fewer, and like, I don't think I'm going to get to 16 people because a lot of times, a lot of these artists that we talk about are newer as much as people should have us for only talking old people or whatever. And B, if they were an older artist, a lot of them by their fourth album have begun to dip in quality.
Well, you know, it happens. It's okay.
It does. It's okay.
My niece just texted me that she's watching. Hi, Ava.
Oh, hi, Ava.
That's texting me. I'm watching.
Oh, yeah. She typed in the chat a couple times.
I guess
Ava.
You
ignored her.
No, I missed it. We were talking about how angry we were at the Charlie XCX stands.
You're basically wearing sweaters, so you're almost there. Michael, you're absolutely right.
This sweater has bigger holes in it, though.
It does. My Christmas sweaters will have
It's a ventilated Christmas sweater. I have an audition for Proof tomorrow, and I'm bugging y'all. Don't bug. You'll be great.
No, please be here. Please
break a leg.
Fourth album is when you're truly established. I mean, I think it's hard for people around that time because it's like, okay, everyone knows who I am and what I am about. But do I have enough like quality material even at like, is the discography going to be impressive at the end of my career? Around album 4 is when that question gets answered.
Sure.
So it's like, I'm like.
And we wish that for everyone. We wish
do.
everyone has the longevity.
Absolutely we do. And I mean, Britney's fourth album was what? In the Zone?
Yeah.
Iconic moment.
That was when it was like, oh, she's here to stay.
Absolutely.
She's here to stay.
Velvet Rope will be in the fourth album bracket. That's
going to be
difficult
to choose from between Daydream and Velvet Rope.
Is it too late for me to pretend that Janet's first 2 albums existed? Oh God.
Yeah, I know you're putting those on opposite sides of the bracket.
No, I am. Top left and top right. You guys, it's my birthday month. Everyone please celebrate. Happy birthday, Isaac. Are you excited for Cuckoo?
What's Cuckoo?
I don't know what it is.
Cuckoo. You guys, longevity is the goal.
Absolutely. Mariah told us.
And you know who has longevity? 2 Gay Mats.
2 Gay Mats, we do.
We've been here since.
Which is why we're not looking for feedback. Which is another reason why
we are old and set in our ways, ladies and gentlemen.
It's old dogs, new tricks. We're not going to pause the song.
Oh, that's why, like, when at the restaurant where I work, I work behind the bar, like I'm the bartender and everything, and they always ask me, they're just like, do you want to like work at the table? Do you want to like train as like a server at the tables and everything? And I'm just like, absolutely not. You will not teach this old dog new tricks. I've been here for 12 years. And this is the most I'm going to do at my place of employment.
Is the money different in those 2 positions?
Depends.
Yeah.
Depends. It's more money for less hours worked.
Oh.
So like it is objectively better.
Yeah.
Especially after COVID, the bartender position is
really?
Not great.
You still do takeout?
Yeah.
Okay.
We get like part of like takeouts,
nice.
Money and everything. But I'm just like, I don't care. Don't train me for table service. I'm not dealing with those big families at 8 coming in with those kids with the crowns, throwing them everywhere, spilling their kids' drinks. I'm not doing that.
Do we still think Cowboy Carter has a chance of album of the year? Yes, I think it has the biggest chance.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if anything's come out. I mean, yeah.
I mean, Billy will definitely be nominated.
Yes.
Definitely No, I wouldn't say give her a run for her money, but I think people will be voting for Billie.
People will be voting for Billie.
But she also has an album of the year win already.
Yes.
I don't think any songs from Hit Me Hard and Soft went number one or anything.
Not
right?
number one, but I think Birds of a Feather has done quite well.
It's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay. But was it as successful as Texas Hold Up?
Isn't Aphrodisiac your favorite Brandy album, Matt Steele?
It is.
That is going to be in the fourth album
Sorry,
bracket.
Velvet Rope and Daydream.
Girl. I love Aphrodisiac. And because you know what my thing, we'll talk about it during the podcast, but every year when I go down to Balboa Island, which is where Jackson's family has been vacationing forever, and I join them, I always love to listen to Brandy Full Moon.
Okay.
Because it's the perfect length, and it's also I'm not going to see a black person for days. I need to listen to the music I grew up with. Brandy, keep me sane, keep me grounded.
Sure.
And she does it.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah. Isaac just asked us a really great question.
Oh, what was that?
Is, he's like, if you want to use it for an email, my heart, do it. He's like, if you had to define your 2K Matt's career into eras and albums, what would the breakdown be? Isaac, we got 6 email my hearts this week.
Okay.
So how about you email us and we'll put that on the back burner? Because that's a really great question. Okay.
I want to answer it during email my heart today. Can we move someone else's back?
Wow.
Was there a question that was you're mean to Charlie?
No.
There wasn't? Okay.
No.
Brandy inspired so many of the girls. Absolutely. I always feel like I run into Twitter threads and things where it's people always talk about Ariana and her vocal layering and all of this. And obviously there's some from Mariah, but lest we forget what Brandy does vocal layering wise. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Brandy, for those of you who don't know, check it out.
Okay, I guess I have to read this. Many Tay blessings to you guys, and if you don't read this, then Tay voodoo will get you.
Are you cursing us with Taylor magic?
We're gonna talk to the Swifties channel in the Discord and see if we've been cursed.
Oh, yeah.
I've never read those 2 words before, but thank you for being here. Matt Bell, you're never too late.
You're never too late.
I loved The Boy and the Heron. I can't wait to watch it again.
I've never seen The Boy.
I've not seen that.
I thought you did see The Boy and the Heron.
I don't think so. What's it about? A boy and a heron?
It's it won the Oscar for animated full feature last year.
No.
I thought you did. Okay.
I saw
Mitchell
versus the Machines.
Okay.
I loved that.
We love that.
Loved
Mitchell
that.
versus the Machines.
That was nominated for that Oscar. Maybe not that year, but it was
Okay.
nominated. Maybe that's what you're mixing it up with.
Maybe. I don't know. I just figured, Jackson loves animation.
Yeah.
I figured you would see Boy and the Heron.
If he wanted me to see it, I'd watch it.
Okay.
Still no interest in Joker 2, Palmer? No. But Matt Steele is going to tell you all about how he feels about it after he watches it.
Yeah.
And that's going to be amazing.
When's that come out?
October, maybe? I assume Halloween.
Halloween. That seems scary, yeah. I'm with you, Matt Palmer. I don't love Mariah's love
Thank
story
you.
either.
It's just, and we got a video for it. I guess it's nice that she and Nick have memories of when they were very happy and falling in love and all this. Created 2 incredible children, who, by the way, went to see Olivia Rodrigo in concert with their mom.
Oh.
And Mariah posted a picture with Olivia Rodrigo.
A collab, maybe, when Mariah is in her rock era.
When she does that rock album finally.
Yeah.
Maybe Olivia can be featured.
Maybe Mariah will write a little on the next Olivia album with Olivia.
That would be amazing. I don't foresee it.
A Mariah feature on Olivia Rodrigo song? That'd be...
It'd be it's just
iconic.
It would need to be a whole rock moment for Mariah. It'd have to all be around the release of this secret rock album.
That would be kind of fun.
It would be great.
Yeah.
Isn't Rhythm Nation Janet's 4th album? Archive Sunset, you must be new here. We don't acknowledge the first 2 albums. Control is her debut album on this channel.
You don't acknowledge her first 2 albums, and I don't care enough to argue against it.
Phaedra Parks is going back to RHOA. That's true, and I forgot to put it in my news radio, so remind me to talk about that.
Also, what is your favorite Olivia song, and why is it Ballad of a Homeschool Girl?
That is a great song. My
it's a
favorite.
Great song? Not my favorite.
Yeah, of all of her songs? Oh, wait, hold on.
This
is hard.
Are
y'all going to the Cowboy Carter tour? I need the tour to be announced first.
Yeah, we got to have a plan first.
A little, I love falling for hints, but there was a hint. There's a new Pinterest commercial where it seems like a girl's looking for clothes for a tour, and initially she's on a horse, and it turns into the Renaissance horse. She gets silver stuff, and then she gets on a leather horse and gets leather cowboy hat stuff. So maybe the Cowboy Carter tour isn't coming very soon. But
okay,
we only do, what Beyonce tells us to. We only believe things are coming when Beyonce says they're here.
Favorite Olivia song? Call me basic. Getting Back's a classic.
Getting Back is classic.
I do have a soft spot for Traitor, though.
Oh, Traitor is great.
Traitor to me is so great.
Look at all
I mean, Driver's License is the classic.
Of course.
Ooh. Yeah, I would say maybe one of those three. Although I will say Hope You're Okay gets too much hate from people. Hope You're Okay is fucking
People
excellent.
hate it?
In the Discord, people talk shit about it.
Oh my God. I mean, I feel like I've been squawking on about this song for a long time, but I might be making the bed.
You love making the bed.
It is like, I loved it initially, but it's grown on me so much every time I've heard that album over and over again. I'm just like, oof, 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 oof.
Yeah, and like, even though it's like, I don't know if there's much to it, but like, Brutal's such a classic opening.
Absolutely.
Like, it's just ridiculous.
Yes.
Oh, but then also, what's it called? Oh, Bad Idea, right? So great. Like, the thing is, it's not like her discography is super lengthy. We're just gonna start naming every single Olivia Rodrigo
Right,
song.
Exactly.
And she like rarely misses.
Right.
Like,
you guys should do Tate McRae, your niece, Ava said? Cousin? Niece?
oh my God,
Yes.
Ava, we had a Tate McRae.
We had one and it got taken down.
Oh, I think I told you. I think I texted Ava that.
That's great
yeah,
one.
she was. Yeah, our Tate McRae video was taken down.
I know,
by
sad.
the YouTube bosses.
Oh.
So I wonder if we do her again, if they'll take us down again. Is she just someone like we?
I
Can't
mean,
do?
but the thing is, you kept the video up, right? Like you didn't like just show screenshots or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I bet we could figure out.
Okay.
But I just thought she'd let us do it. She was so fucking new at the time. It's like, girl, we're promoting you.
When she puts out something new, we'll react to it. When's her next single coming
Right,
out?
it's got to be coming soon.
Yeah.
The fact they hate Love is Embarrassing is I don't hate Love is Embarrassing.
Love's Embarrassing is great. I mean, you don't pretend like it's your favorite.
I didn't say it was my favorite. I said I didn't hate it.
Okay.
Yes. I played Brutal so much I got sick of it. I need to stop doing that to songs I like. I feel like at some point I get to that moment, take a break, and then come back and I'm like, oh wait, I love it.
It's a lot to the ear.
It is.
You know, it's just like I'm not cool and I'm not smart and I can't even parallel park.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Amazing.
Mariah's Last Kiss is good. Oh, that is an underrated song. And you know who else likes that song? I don't know why I know this, but it's true. Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
All right.
Taste. Matt Steele, would you ever do theater again, or are you film, TV focused? Baby, I will do it all.
Yes, he loves to work.
I love to work,
Hire
and I'm
him.
currently not.
We're calling this work.
This
Remember
is work.
how this is work?
This is work.
You are working.
Thank you to all of the patrons here at 2Gay Mats.
And if you're not a patron, go to
Go to
patreon.com/2gaymats. Join the party. We have a lot of patrons today, actually. I was like, what's that about?
Did we? I didn't
yeah,
check.
let me show you the email.
Oh, thank you to all of
Yes. So if you've already joined.
if you're here, we love you.
We do.
It's
816. Look at all those. That's all today.
oh,
right? I'm like,
thank you guys. What
we've
did we
been posting
do?
anything.
What did we do differently?
I don't know. Maybe people were watching the Charlie XCX video and feeling bad for us.
Sure.
Reading the comments.
Oh, I guess I gotta release the bonus video that I was gonna release on like Tuesday.
I know.
I guess I'll do it for Monday.
I might do mine for Monday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
So
then
you want to
can
do yours
for Wednesday,
Okay.
right?
I forget which one we agreed to do.
Mine will be the Victoria Monet.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you like Victoria Monet?
Yes, you like Victoria Monet and you want to see our reaction to her.
I just want to get the Violet review out because Grace waited a while.
That's
for that.
true.
So.
I mean,
True.
Jump the line. She didn't wait
That
that
is
long.
true. Just Google Tony's 4th album. It was her Christmas album. Things got shaky for her after Heat.
Yeah, Heat was. I was listening to Heat today on the way back from Balboa, getting here to do this.
Do you like Heat?
Oh,
Okay.
Heat,
Tony Braxton's Heat.
He wasn't man enough on it.
Oh, I mean, that's a
I mean,
classic.
come on. It also has Spanish guitar. Excellent song. Dreadful video.
Oh, that music video you showed me.
Oh.
If you want to see us watch that music video. I think there's a
Do we
video.
have a video?
It's called like the worst music videos or
for
something.
songs or something.
Type
That sounds like
in-
something we did.
Yeah, bad music. We're watching bad music videos. It was probably like 2018 we filmed it.
The Brat Pack is planning a revolution in the Discord. A revolution for what? For us to interact with that young lady again? Pass.
Wow.
I hope she helps Kamala get elected. And I wish her all the best.
Matt and Ariana. Matt and Ariana?
I don't know.
What about Matt?
What about
Which
Mariah?
Matt?
That's clearly you, Ethan Slater.
True. I would be the one she's into
That's
because
true.
I'm like quirky and small.
Okay. So when are you guys revisiting Solar Power and giving it the 9.8 out of 10 it deserves?
9.8.
9.8's high.
We will revisit Melodrama.
Yeah, oh, now Melodrama 9.8.
Talking about 9.8.
Yes, that is a great one. Where's her new album?
I know,
Come
Lord.
on.
You're having a moment with the Charlie XCX remix.
What did Charlie? It was her fans. It really wasn't.
Yeah,
her.
we love Charlie.
We
Charlie's
love her.
lovely.
And like half that album I like.
But the fans are being annoying in the comments.
Who do you think Kamala will pick for VP? I don't know, but I hope she picks him this week.
They're all great.
They're all, yes. If it's, I mean, you know, I feel like this is a dream. But every time I watch Pete, I'm just like, oh, okay, Pete's doing such a good job.
He's great.
He's great. He's
great.
brilliant.
Yeah. I just kind of want to see like Chasten and Doug hanging out.
Exactly. I mean, they'd be best. I bet they're already texting.
Oh, sure. They have each other's numbers.
Absolutely, because you know Doug loves the gays.
I
He
know,
was hanging with the gays when
with the gays.
Joe dropped out. I'll give my never going to escape melodrama. No, you won't. You should revisit it. Maybe you can realize you were wrong about it, Jeffrey. Not Joe. Who? Joe Biden? She won't pick Joe Biden.
No, he's chilling.
Yeah, he's done.
He's chilling. He's gonna
done.
finish out his next 100 whatever days
Yeah.
and be like, peace out, I'm retiring.
I'm hoping for an I Can Do It With a Broken Heart video, but I fear we may be moving on from the Tortured Poets Department era. It does seem odd. Like, I would think there was like talk and like something was announced that it was the new single I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, but we never got a video. Was there a radio push? I don't know.
Yeah, we never I guess Fortnite had a music
Fortnite had a
video.
music video.
Kind of a cool music video, but like like what are we doing, Taylor? You're just kind of releasing different variations of this album.
Yeah.
Chapel should be VP. Okay.
I mean, I also wonder how far along is Chapel. Obviously she just put out the album, but like now that she's become humongous, we're gonna need another album.
Yeah,
we're
like
gonna just like need another album.
She needs to get in that studio.
Yes.
I'm sure she's in there, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure she's also like
She's on every
tired.
stage. She's on the
She's probably so
Lollapalooza.
tired.
Yes.
But
Kaga is now old enough to be VP. Imagine the press tour. I've dreamt of this moment as a little girl. Did
Yeah.
Beyonce forget she released an album as well? Hey, she did some talking over that. Oh no, she actually filmed a whole commercial for Team USA.
Yeah.
Did some narration for Simone Biles, and maybe is leaving hints in Pinterest commercials. So she's doing great. For Beyonce, that's a lot.
sure.
Palmer, have you listened to Victoria Monet's earlier albums? You can hear the Janet influence strongly. I have not, but I would love to. I've yet to hear one Chapel song. Oh my God. Look up Hot to Go, which is like, at this point, I believe my song of the year. Like,
Okay.
I mean, Daughter by Beyonce too is like the real one, but the one that like truly I wake up and I'm just like, it's all I think about, all I
Yeah.
do. Like, I like Good Luck Babe a lot, but Hot to Go is like fucking smash.
Sure.
Oh,
Sure. And it's kind of like a song that like defines this year.
oh my God.
And it's something that
been so
everyone,
hot.
yeah, and it's something that everyone can like.
Yes.
You know.
Does Beyonce even know what Pinterest is? I feel like back in the day, she was a Pinterest girly. Like when she was planning her, like, I don't know, Mrs. Carter world
Yeah,
tour.
I wonder what social media platform is the social media platform of Beyonce's choice.
It's certainly not Twitter.
No. Oh God.
No. I mean, she seems to like her Instagram. I don't know if she's actually on it herself, but she posts.
Beyonce
things
has
there.
never touched a phone. Okay.
I think she's touched a phone.
I don't know. Daughter Seal gives me chills. Wait, Daughter by Beyonce mentioned. Italians win once again.
Hello. I mean, that is.
Oh, I mean,
For me,
Excellent.
Unlike the person to my right, it is Daughter and Yaya on that album as the tops. Some of us don't agree.
it is Daughter and
Don't say Levi's jeans.
no, I wouldn't
Thank
say that's
you.
my number
Okay.
2. Gotta think about it.
Okay, all right.
There's so many tracks.
But there are a lot of tracks. Did y'all see Simone Biles shade her ex-teammate? I did.
Sorry. Two Most Wanted is my second.
Oh,
favorite.
Two Most Wanted is excellent. Favorite Beyonce movie? Dreamgirls.
There aren't that many.
I mean, there aren't that many. And if I don't know if we're counting the Renaissance tour film.
We'll count that.
Yeah.
Why not?
And fucking Homecoming. I'm just naming her tours. The B-Day Experience. And the one that she acts in, Dreamgirls. Justice for Sweet Honey Buckin. Jeff.
Justice for Sweet.
Justice for Sweet.
I think Sweet is excellent.
Yes.
And I like Honey. Buckin, I feel like Buckin could have been at the end of Spaghetti.
Juan. Jesus.
Oh, no. What did
Juan
Juan
I mean,
say?
it's not even that bad,
Speaking
but
of
it's just
Italians
the Juan
and-
ish.
Oh,
He
Juan.
wasn't Italian. He was French.
Yeah.
Yeah, got him there. Everything else about your comment is right. Riverdance and Riverdance is great. Montana, one, don't make me mute you, please. Yeah, that was okay. We're on the line though. That one was okay.
Listen, we didn't use crude language.
And we're not talking about Matt Steele. You know?
Sure.
So I think that one's okay.
Do we need to bring out the Yaya discourse master? Listen, Yaya is very good.
Did you watch the video she did for the Olympics that used Yaya?
Oh no, I didn't have time.
You have time. It's like 2 minutes. She's incredible in
Cadillac
Cadillac Records, but I haven't seen Cadillac
I've never seen Cadillac
Yeah,
Records, but I heard she was very good in it.
Not you exploring her cinematic acting feat.
Oh, Obsessed is a
I mean,
classic.
Obsessed is a classic.
A classic.
But it's like, is it good? I don't know. But it's like a classic. It's splashy. It's a moment.
Bodyguard should have gone #1 in the country charts.
See, I mean, not to be a Matt Steele. If there's a song that people give a little too much on that album, I think it's Bodyguard. I do. I just think it's, you know me and like a slinky song. Like,
Okay.
It's just a little slinky.
A little too
A little too slinky for me. Texas Hold'em was my favorite. You know what I'm obsessed with and have been since it came out? The Texas Hold'em fucking remix. I think it's so good. When it flips in the, it's my version of Texas Hold'em now.
Protector, yes. Protector is beautiful.
Protector is beautiful.
And I feel like people don't talk about that.
I mean, it's hard because it's so near daughter. But yeah.
It's not super near
No,
daughter.
but it's in that first half and it's one of the ballads. So you're
but
like,
that half is long.
I mean, the album is long.
The album is very long.
Oh, not me and Jeff agreeing. Not that I would say that Bodyguard is bottom 3, but I do think people give it a lot.
Okay.
The fact that everyone has a different favorite Cowboy Carter song just goes to show how good it is. You're right. You are right.
Oh, God.
I've listened to Migrate a few times now, and respectfully, I don't understand the hype. I mean, if we're talking about muting Juan, maybe
Bell.
Matt Bell's next up. No, don't mute him for his wrong opinion. And it's just like, maybe you weren't like, maybe you're young and you were not there at the time, like, of what music was sounding like at that very moment.
That was the hottest thing.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Are you excited for Sweet and Sour?
Yes. It's coming out this month.
Yeah, we haven't had a listening party since June.
I know.
So
it's not that long.
Yeah, but like, but the thing is, like, this year we went like month to month to month, like listen, like album, and so having like the month of July with no album release.
Hey, we had a watch party for Devos.
We did.
Things happened that people didn't believe would ever happen.
Yeah. Renaissance Cowboy Carter.
Matt Steele, is that a spoil what Montrez has said, or has it been long enough in Big Brother?
Oh, what did you say, Montrez?
How do you feel about XXXX being voted
out?
out?
Oh, no, that's not a spoiler.
Okay, I guess you'll talk about it probably.
Yeah, I'll talk about it. I'm sad. I thought Lisa was very fun. She's very old school coded in the sense that she was kind of just like a genuine like person, but like just a slight odd duck, and she wasn't like performative, like really, like she was very much herself, and she was just kind of like bugging some people.
Right.
I liked Lisa a lot, and I'm sad that she didn't really find her spot in the house. But Michael is very 2008.
Michael Smith, I will tell you now, I believe Bionic is going to make the 4th album bracket.
Okay.
So be excited. Don't expect it to go too far. But be excited that it's included.
Two Hands to Heaven went from becoming one of my fave.
That is a
songs.
beautiful song. I do love that.
I've truly tried to get into the album, but Touch My Body and I Stay in Love are the only gems. There are other gems.
I Stay in Love is so good, though.
Yeah.
And I made a whole argument in the Discord about how good I Stay in Love is. No one agreed. So join the Discord.
Why didn't no one agree? I think
because they're like, basically, I was like, okay, I get that it's not We Belong Together, and it's like, I want to be We Belong Together.
And listen, is it top 10 Mariah songs? Absolutely not.
No.
Is it top 25 Mariah songs? Probably not. But top 50 maybe.
And also, she has 1 billion songs. Yeah. So that's a long list. But also, if it had been the second single instead of Bye Bye, you could not convince me that would not have done much, much better.
Sure.
Oh, no, I just realized I'm not wearing my watch. Do you see my watch hand?
Wow, look at that.
I know. This is me. This is what I look like in the winter.
Oh my God, that's like basically me.
All right. No, it's not. But it is. It's always lighter than I am. I'm always shocked about it. I'm like, the sun does a lot for me. And I do put on sunscreen before, Montana gets in the chat yelling at me. I'm always wearing sunscreen. Always. I love I Stay in Love. Yes.
All right, should we start?
Yeah, sure. I guess we should
probably start.
Blathering for a bit.
Okay. All right.
I can't believe Okay. Oh. Archive Sunset. I'm gonna ignore that.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Daydream is Mariah's worst album? ? Like, horrifying. Like, I mean, it's just wrong, and that's okay. We're throwing a lot of the audience today is throwing out wrong opinions, and maybe it's wrong opinion.
But that's why we're here at 2 Gay Mats.
Yeah, to correct you,
to shout opinions
out
at each other.
Absolutely, we are.
And then we will say yes or no.
Yes. Yes. It's definitely
And sometimes we'll say yes or no to each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say it's top 3 Mariah album.
It's objectively top 3
Yes.
Mariah
Yes.
albums.
But I'm like, what number? I'm between 2 and 3.
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
Is your top 3 the same as mine?
Probably.
Butterfly,
Sure.
Daydream, and then
Daydream.
Emancipation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
I would say so.
Look at us
I
agreeing.
honestly have not. I've only listened to Emancipation all the way through maybe twice.
Really?
Yeah. So like, I'm not as familiar with Emancipation as I am with like Daydream.
Right.
It's probably in my head more consistent than Daydream.
Daydream, I mean, to me, it's not like Daydream's not consistent. They just have some very like
90s.
adult,
Yeah, that's what I
90s,
mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Emancipation.
Whereas
is more
Emancipation is like cool,
yes,
cool.
everything is cool, or like a little 70s throwback soulful.
Not that 90s adult contemporary sung by Mariah isn't cool.
Of
'cause
course.
great vocals are cool.
Absolutely, they are.
But you get what we mean.
Right. Absolutely. Daydream's still number 1 for me. I mean, Butterfly is number 1, but Daydream's up there.
Y'all know Daydream is my favorite Mariah cover.
It is a great cover, and also like think of a more iconic image from music in the like mid 90s.
I know,
like
that is the 90s
that's
album.
It. Oh.
Yeah, I remember my stepsister Emily, Ava's mother, had that like Mariah album. She would like bring it to our house.
Oh wow!
And my brother also had that album. So it's like whenever I think of the 90s, I think of that cover.
And it was 95, so she's right smack in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when people are like, "Oh, my 90s playlist," and it's like Britney and Sync and whoever else.
It's like, no, that's 2000.
It's 2000s. It's also like that was just 99.
Yeah,
like that's.
Although
not,
to be fair, 99 is a very specific.
It is.
Era.
It is.
Like 99 was a whole decade in itself. I
It
feel.
was. It was.
So much was happening.
Right.
So much was changing. Everything was moving so fast. We were being like inundated with so much content.
Right. It's true.
Okay, we need to stop.
We do.
Okay. All right, guys.
We're back again.
We're back together again. How much did you miss me?
Oh, I mean, I've been in touch with you a lot. I saw you for like several hours on Thursday recording videos.
We recorded like 6 videos
We
on
did.
Thursday. If any of you want to say that we don't work.
We definitely do, even though this is the only job I have this week, because this week I am off my day job work all week.
Wait, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday too?
Yes.
Why?
Because I took a vacation.
Oh my God.
I know it's gonna be great because I've been in Balboa last night, which is an island in the Orange County where Jackson's family, celebrates every year. And
Celebrates what?
Just family getting
Life.
together,
Okay.
life, celebrating life. And so, I'll be going back down there tomorrow for the first part of the week before we go to Seattle together to go see our friends Corey and Zach get married.
Yeah.
I guess they're technically already married, but whatever. We're celebrating
We're
their
having the
wedding.
party.
Yes.
So, guys, the podcast will be coming at you a day late next week.
Yes. So if you listen to the podcast, it'll be out on Tuesday. And if you watch us film the podcast live on YouTube, we'll be doing that at 6:30 p.m. on Monday night instead of Sunday next week. So don't say we didn't warn you.
The summer schedules of 2Gay Mats is insane.
But I will say, I listen to a lot of podcasts. People take breaks. People
do.
take summer breaks that we don't take.
And we're not taking breaks. We maybe do things at weird times.
We
but
do.
Take a break? No.
Never. Okay. Let me do it now.
Okay.
Okay, some of y'all are getting an ad. The Bear is a comedy. No. Oh, we had a big fight about that too. On the Discord.
1999 is 2008, and I guess 2024, a decade's worth of music in a year.
Yes.
Gays go through. I mean, just like 2024, like those Taylor and Beyonce albums alone. I mean, Taylor released enough music for 3 albums.
She really did. She really did. She had
And
a lot
Beyonce
to
released
say.
enough for 2.5, probably. So,
Yeah. This was a while. Like the beginning of this year. Wild.
I'm still recovering.
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because there were times where it was like, I'll never get out of bed again.
No.
We've just been sitting at
It's
this
like,
computer.
How will we keep up?
I don't know. All right. Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
You start. I need
Okay.
to think about what I did this week.
Okay. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to 2Gay Mats, the podcast. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And we're back again another week. And Matt Steele.
Yeah.
What have you been up to this week?
Oh, this is so stressful. I literally said, you start the podcast because I need to think about what I did this week.
And I gave you a little bit of a runway.
like 10 seconds.
Sorry, I didn't know. Do you want me to just blather on?
It's okay.
Okay.
I will say,
Yes.
this week, I hung out with everyone in Jersey, my friends,
Oh,
my
yes, that's
family.
the thing.
I remembered I was in Jersey for most of the week.
Yeah.
And it was very, very fun. Sunday, I went to my friend Beth's house in Jersey because she has a pool. And so every year, me and my high school friends get together. They bring all of their kids and everything.
Oh.
And guys, I did something I have not done in over a decade.
I know what this is.
And that is get in the pool. a pool or a body of water that like went above my knees. Like, it's insane. I don't know. I was feeling feisty and I was like, let me bring my bathing suit and see what happens.
Wow. How did you feel about it?
Gross and wet. Absolutely gross and wet.
So it didn't like change your mind. You
No,
weren't like, I'm going to become a pool person.
I still
now.
will not become a pool person, but it was nice. You know,
Okay.
it was very fun. It's interesting watching my friends' kids grow and me stay the same age.
Delusion is interesting. I agree.
It's like now, like a couple of my friends, their kids are starting kindergarten, and it's like, what is that? I don't understand.
That's
You were
wild.
born in 2019. This makes no sense.
Yes.
And some of my friends' kids, they really read me for filth at the pool party.
What'd they say?
Well, you know, I was in my bathing suit, and you know, I have a happy trail of hair on my back.
Is a happy trail on your back?
It's the happiest of trails.
Okay.
And but it's very full, and so my friends' kids all just looked at me and they went, "You have a hairy butt." And I said, "Oh." And they were just like, "You're a hairy butt." And I said, "Well, guess what? You're a hairy butt."
Wow,
and they were
really?
like, "No, you're a hairy butt." And so I fought with them for a while about who was a hairy butt.
Of
And I was
course.
just like, "Listen, we're all hairy butts, and that's okay." And then and one of my friends' kids was just, who's like 3, was just like, "No, you have the hairiest butt." And I was like, "Listen, mister," I got in this 3-year-old's face, and I was
my
like,
God.
"You are half Italian and half Greek. So come 17 years when we are back in this location having this party again, you will probably have the hairiest butt out of anybody here."
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so glad
Listen,
you...
I tell kids the truth.
And that's good. I like that you can fight on their level, but then also give them a very gay read that will hopefully not stick with them. Hopefully did not traumatize this child and his worries about body hair in the future.
Listen, having a hairy butt is a blessing and a gift. So anyone who feels insecure about it, don't. It's great. But what else did I do?
I don't know.
Besides arguing about hairy butts. I don't know. I flew back home on Tuesday. I've been tired ever since. I watched a couple things on the plane.
Yes.
It was very nice. I can't say I did anything super eventful
Nice.
this week outside of like hanging out with my friends and family and working.
I love that. Well, yeah, I was also hanging out with, people's children, because I went to Balboa with Jackson and his family, and his brother always brings his kids. They used to live in LA, but now they live in Ohio. So his wife and their 3 children, 3 lovely little girls, were out in Balboa. We have like a house there. Well, I mean, they rented a house. That I mean that.
Yeah, of course.
They
Yeah,
rented a house.
You did not give the money for
I
that
did
rent.
not know, but I drove down there. So I had
the gas, the
money.
mileage,
And,
the tires.
On Tuesday, I'm doing something that I have not done in a decade.
Oh my God.
And that will be going to Disneyland.
Whoa!
Yes, I believe I was, like the first time I went to, not first time, but actually might have been the first time I went to Disneyland, like in California, was like soon after I moved out here. It was shortly after Michael Jackson died and before the documentary. And so I was like, I had friends who were fans and wanted to go, and I was like, I gotta see Captain EO, which was the Michael Jackson ride that they resurrected. Ride is strong. It's like a movie theater that's like a 4D theater.
When it comes to Disneyland, ride is strong for most of the rides.
I will say one of my earliest fights with Jackson was about me on this podcast shading Disneyland. So I will not be commenting on your comment.
Listen, the rides are cute and fun, especially that Peter Pan ride goes off.
Yes.
But when I go on a ride, I need some wind in the hair and some heart pumping action.
I think historically we have liked the same rides.
Yes.
Growing up, I was more of a Six Flags and Universal Studios kid. So as much as I am not familiar with Disneyland, I've heard from many people that it's very fun, and I'll be there with kids, so I'll be seeing it through children's eyes, and that will be really exciting.
Yeah.
So that's happening Tuesday. I'll report back to how it was, but I can only say so much because I need to not have this fight again.
Well, but the best thing about experiencing Disneyland through these kids' eyes is that they are not your kids.
That's
so
true.
you are not footing the bill for whenever they want a popsicle, when they want a balloon, when they want a set of Mickey ears.
Absolutely.
That is not your problem.
That has nothing to do with me. I will take pictures. I take pictures of them. If they need someone to hold their hand on a teacup, I can do that.
Yeah.
If people get nervous. So someone asked, am I going to Disneyland or California Adventures? I think... Is California Adventures the other park?
It's the park next to Disneyland.
I think we're doing both.
Oh, cool.
Yes, I think we're doing California Adventure in the morning, and then at the end of the day, we're doing Disneyland.
Great. Just be careful because kids can be mean.
Wait, what kids? They're gonna be mean to me? Oh, because they could call me a hairy butt?
They could get you, but you know what? When they get you, you got to get them back.
I don't know if I'm going to get them back, but I also am not generally the hairiest person. So if there's shade being thrown my way, it'll be something different. So
Okay.
I'll keep you abreast.
Okay.
If they want to mock my, Apple Watch tan, which I discovered today, I'll be like, hey, you leave me alone.
Please, like you would ever like go out in public without your Apple Watch.
I know. Could you imagine?
You're sitting in your office without your Apple Watch and you're shaking.
I feel naked.
Yeah, well, you also have a lot of holes in your shirt too.
I do, but this makes me feel fine.
Okay.
I'm more worried about this. It's true. So wait, should we jump into the news for idiots?
Sure, why not?
Let's start with the biggest news of the week for millennial gays like ourselves, and that is that Miss Britney Spears is going to be a part of, I assume. I guess she, partially wrote the script for the new biopic, as it has the biopic based off of her memoir that came out last year has landed at Universal in a massive deal. Universal Pictures has landed the rights to The Woman in Me and John M. Chu of Wicked and Crazy Rich Asians fame. That director will be directing the Britney Spears film.
John Chu knows what the homosexuals want.
That is
like
very
John
much
Chu
true.
is like, I will make movies for the gays.
That's the thing. He must have much like Doug, Kamala's Doug.
Yeah.
He must have so many gays around that are just like, oh my God, Britney. And he's like, I guess the gays want to talk about it. Let me make a movie about
John
it.
Chu and Doug were the ones they were hanging out with each other in WeHo that day when Kamala became the nominee.
They were apparently the Oscar-winning producer Mark Platt is also attached. People are wondering if this means that is Ben Platt going to play teenage Justin Timberlake. I think no, but you never know.
I think he'd be fucking great. Honestly, I shave his head and give him like a perm, so it's like those like tight curls that were like close to his head with those little like waves that he had.
Right, but
I don't know if those waves were natural, but but I think it'd be kind of fun to watch Ben Platt do a Justin Timberlake.
I think it would be fun on like an SNL stage.
Wow,
But
you don't believe?
I think he can do many things, but also it's like Ben Platt sings too well for the role. I just went to that concert and that man was singing from the rooftops.
Sure, but that also means that he can he has a lot of agility with his voice. He has a lot of training with his voice. He could make his voice sound like how Justin Timberlake sang.
That is
Like
true.
he could do this. It's easier to make a Ben Platt style singer change his voice to sound like Justin Timberlake than to have like a Justin Timberlake type pop star sing like Ben Platt.
That is true. That is absolutely true.
And I was also thinking can Ben Platt dance? But it's kind of like, wait, it's Britney's biopic.
Yeah,
we're not seeing Justin.
We don't need a full
dance.
performance. We don't need a full music video. But I also wonder who is going to be playing Britney. I wonder if they're going to do like Madonna did and have days and days and days of tryouts. That turns out there's no movie. I hope not. But first blurt when I think about it, because I do want dancing. I want someone who can really fucking dance, really do those routines if we're going to be watching Britney. And I don't know if Tate McRae can act, but as far as the dancing goes, she is the white girl of the moment who can dance that well, right? Like I can think of no non-Victoria Monet, non-Normani pop star who can do what Britney could do except Tate McRae.
Okay.
Well,
the thing is if Tate McRae doesn't enjoy acting, maybe the entire movie could be done through music video montage. It could be a musical and the entire thing could be sung and danced all the way through.
Or it could be The Lion King back in the day where Jonathan Taylor Thomas was doing the acting, but then when it was time to sing, they had another young man doing the singing.
The guy from Smart Guy.
Yes. And so it could be like that, but whenever it's time to dance, we just throw Tate McRae in. And then she does it, and then we pop back out, and then there's some lovely ingenue actress being like, oh, that was so great.
I mean, guys, this is what movie musicals used to do. This is what Marnie Nixon built her career on, which is the vocal dubbing of the singing of all these big actresses. She was the singing voice of Anna in The King and I and Eliza in My Fair Lady and everything. And so if they can do that with vocals, why can't they do that in a movie musical with dancing?
Hello? I am excited for this film. I'm nervous about it just because I'm like, what is this going to be? When was the last pop star movie biopic that was really, really great? I didn't watch the Elton John one, but did people like that?
It's very good.
All right, great.
Rocketman's very good.
But I saw the Whitney one, and as much as I loved the Whitney performances during that film, the film itself was very much okay. But we also have a very clear source material in the biography, in the autobiography. So maybe it'll be clearer. It'll have a point of view that's already there, and like the direct John M. Chu doesn't have to like make one up. And
they've got a real like reliable director with like John Chu. It will be polished. Like that shit will be polished. If there's one thing I can say for John Chu is he knows how to polish his fucking musicals. In the Heights, gorgeous.
I will
Wicked,
say,
I'm sure, will be gorgeous as well.
There was some Discord discussion about this, and just to show the other side, people are a little nervous about John Chu because he's so polished, and the book itself is kind of like
gritty.
Intimate and gritty, and like it is for. I mean, clearly Britney Spears, big polished pop star, but like the book is not like an easy read.
Sure,
you know?
Sure. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
I hope I think, Mark Platt will add the grit to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Britney, Pitchfork went back and gave Blackout an 8.1 in the new retrospective review out of 10.
Good.
Good. And it wrote like the most beautiful paragraph about Piece of Me. I'll read a moment. Piece of Me is among the great works of American art about fame, but at the 2:08 mark, it becomes a masterpiece as Spears' voice glitches, stutters, and doubles over the throb of a synth line as elegant as the 2000s iciest grime. It's rightfully here that the careers of Charlie XCX and PC music begin, with music that still sounds like the future of pop 17 years later. Beautifully written. Every word is true. When you think, when we talk about the greatest Britney Spears songs, Piece of Me has to be a part of that conversation. Sure. And I'm glad that Blackout is getting the love it always deserved.
And when we talk about the great pop records of all time, Blackout is up there.
Absolutely.
It is just pop music perfection.
Yeah. So thank you, Pitchfork, for getting it right. That's the thing is I never trust them all the time because sometimes they do things that I'm like, you're just trying to get people talking. But they've been nice to Britney right now and have been nice to Mariah recently. So I'm a subtle thumbs up to Pitchfork at the moment. Was it Halsey who was like, we got to blow up the Pitchfork offices or something? Some pop star wanted them all gone. So other points of view.
Okay, everyone has their own opinions. Everyone's
Absolutely.
coming at from different perspectives.
In Matt Steele news.
Okay.
Jimmy Kimmel has officially passed on hosting the Oscars ceremony, and apparently they went to John Mulaney after that, and he has passed. So, Matt Steele, if it were up to you, if you were the head of the Oscar committee, who is your ideal host for next year's ceremony?
The two of us. We would be sitting on a couch and I would be explaining it. Because my issue with the Oscars every single year, and I sound like a broken record, is that they don't do a good enough job at explaining to the viewers what the fuck these movies are about.
Sure.
The Oscars are essentially just a big commercial for all these movies to get people to see these movies.
Right.
So why do they not tell us what the movies are about? I know because I've seen all of them probably twice, but the basic viewers at home. So I will be explaining. Am
I the basic viewer at home?
Yes.
Jesus.
This is the role we will play as Oscar host. I will be explaining the plots to you. Could you imagine us just sitting on the couch on the Oscar stage, just being like, okay, so in Zone of Interest, this is what's happening and blah, blah, blah. And you're sitting there just like, this sounds weird. I don't think I want to see it, but if you want to see it, go ahead.
Exactly. I'm rooting for it, but it's also it feels like your idea of what the host should be doing or what the show should be would make it 12 hours long. People are always already saying the Oscars are a bit lengthy.
Okay, but here's the thing. We're going to be so entertaining that people will not be able to turn their TVs off. It'll be 4 a.m. and people will be like, I didn't even know it was 4 a.m. and we still haven't even announced Best Adapted Screenplay.
So besides us,
yeah,
who else would you want to host?
I don't know. I truly don't. The thing I'm saying about Jimmy Kimmel not hosting, because I thought he was a very good Oscar host, but because Louis Vertel writes for Jimmy Kimmel. And
yes.
If there's someone who should be writing for the Oscars, it's Louis Vertel.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I want to see, we haven't seen a woman in a while.
Right.
Oh, actually, no, we just saw the 3 women in the 2022 ceremony.
Yes. But they were kind of overshadowed by a different event. Ceremony.
I don't know. Rosie O'Donnell.
All right, Rosie O'Donnell.
Whenever I think of award show host, I'm just like, there's nothing more perfect than Rosie O'Donnell hosting the Tony Awards.
Right.
That is just magic on the television set. So I'm just like, just have Rosie O'Donnell.
Just have Rosie host. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. I'm trying to think of other ladies. Maybe I'll think on it and see who I would want to see.
Sure.
I'll think.
Okay.
I hate that we have to have an update about that involves this person, but Trump's such an idiot. And he obviously has continued to back out of the ABC debate that was scheduled, I believe. Is it for September 4th?
That he agreed to.
No,
that one was scheduled for September 10th.
Oh, September 10th. Excuse me. So, yes, debate, quote unquote, is still happening. Kamala will be there. Who knows if Trump will show up?
Yeah, it'll probably be like a town hall type situation
Yes.
if she's the only one there.
Yes, where Vice President Harris will be there alone because someone's too fucking scared. And what's his face, Orange Face, has said that he will debate her, but only on Fox News on September 4th. And it's like,
with an arena of people.
And it's like, in what world does that make sense? In what world do you think Fox News is not like just an extension of the Republican Party and the Trump campaign? Like, go fuck yourself, dude. Like, Kamala Harris is not going there to like the scum of the earth to join you on stage. Go to ABC on September 10th, or shut up and just listen to the town hall and like go tweet or send your Truth Social messages out, because that's what you're gonna do, because you're frightened, you're a coward, you could never lead this country well, you are talentless. Everyone vote for Kamala Harris.
It's just he's just running scared and he has nothing to play on now.
No.
So he's just like, okay, well, a week before that schedule, I'm gonna like get in and have my own show that like people are gonna tune into, and it's like, well, not everyone's gonna tune into that because it's like such a skewed news channel, that only the same viewers are gonna watch that. So, and the thing is, like, he knows that the only thing he can do is work up a crowd, and so that's the only reason why he wants a crowd there.
Yes.
But when it comes to debating, like, he knows that she would like wipe the floor.
Right. As a prosecutor, she would do that.
As a prosecutor.
Yeah, as prosecutor versus the criminal.
Yeah, and he's never had any like policies or platforms to stand on that had any logic or semblance of reality.
No, the worst person alive. Cardi B's pregnant.
Yay!
Third child, very exciting for her. She also is divorcing her husband.
Well, hope it's amicable.
I don't know what it is, but it's happening. They are getting divorced, even though she is pregnant, I believe, with his child. And Cardi B has requested for primary custody of the kids and for him to pay child support. So we'll see how all this happens. This is, Offset is her husband. So it seems like she's happy and in a good place. And I feel like they had previously filed for divorce and then kind of took it back. So who knows if this will stick, but maybe it will. Either way, I would still like a follow-up album. We never got an album with Up on it and WAP on it. Like, Invasion of Privacy is Cardi B's only album, and I fucking love that record, even though, we're not the biggest hip-hop heads in the world. But I really would love a follow-up album. You've had follow-up #1 singles, but no full album.
Well, I feel like she spent a lot of time like being featured on a lot of songs.
Yes.
Or like putting out songs with like a feature, like something like that. But it's like, we'd like another just Cardi B album moment.
Maybe next year. That's the thing. And it's like, I feel like if she's been pregnant 3 different times since the release of that first album.
She's been busy.
And I love that, people take care of themselves and have children and all of that. But let's get back to the studio.
Sure. You can be in that studio pregnant.
Absolutely. And your kids would love
You're
to
probably
see.
sitting down just being like,
And like, I'm sure it would be inspiring for the children to see, their working mom doing it all.
Doing it all.
Wearing all the hats, spinning all the plates. And we believe Cardi can do it. And she should star in that Nanny reboot that never happened, but I wanted to see.
Oh my God, that'd be so much fun.
It'd be amazing.
I forgot about that Nanny reboot that was supposed to happen.
I just love her.
I love how things like just get announced.
Right.
These days, and then just like never happens.
Do you think that, going back to the Britney biopic, do we think that's going to happen to this or no?
Who's to say?
I would like to think it's not. If it's like a big major deal, it's based on this source material of the book and it has people actively attached.
Yeah, when Mark Platt's attached,
right,
it's going to make it happen.
That feels real.
Especially if Ben's attached with it. He's going to be like, hey, this is happening.
I don't know that
Which,
there's a play. Look,
I'm down.
I love Ben. I was just at his concert, can sing his face off. Maybe he could be Lance Bass. Does Lance come up in the book?
Oh, Ben is such a Lance.
That would be so cute.
Yeah.
You always judged me for having like a vague crush on Lance when I was a kid.
Because Lance was like always like the shy like NSYNC member. He was always like, "Don't look at me."
He was sweet seeming.
He was very sweet seeming. Yes. But we just realized he's just gay. I mean, I'm sure he was sweet as well, but the sweet seeming teenage boys.
At some point, you said to me, only the sad girls liked Lance. And so that I've carried that with me. I don't believe
because I knew since day one Lance was gay, and so I was like, "Girls, why you got a crush on him? He don't like you."
He was cute. I get it.
Cute. Well, I understand why you have a crush.
Right.
Why you had a crush on him.
It's true.
I was like, if at the time I would have been like, "Yeah, go for it. He's gay."
Go for it. He's gay. That Katy Perry single is really happening. Lifetime's the one that she randomly put a clip out on her YouTube is coming out this upcoming Friday. We will be in Seattle. So there will be no video from us about it. And, I think we're off, Katie, this era, just reaction-wise, because, like, the Dr. Luke of it all makes it complicated. But, the song sounded more like a song than Woman's World did, and we love that, because Woman's World fell off the charts. It peaked at 63 or something and then fell right off. So maybe Lifetimes will do better. Maybe it won't, but at least it sounds like a song. And we love that.
We love it when songs sound like songs.
I do. And this is an update for people. I think I've talked about this. It must have been like a year ago now when we were talking about Noah Cyrus and her mom having that falling out over the man they both dated. And then Tish Cyrus ended up marrying this man. They have not been seen in public in 3 years until July 29th. They were seen in public for the first time in 3 years after a long-standing family feud over an alleged feud over dating the same man. Dominic Purcell, 54, dated Noah before they broke up, and then her mother Tish eventually went on to date him and marry him, and that was the supposed cause of the rift. And I just wanted to share the news because I feel like I think it's a good thing, obviously, when families get back together. But Matt Steele, I feel like whenever there's an email, my heart that comes in, whenever there's any news story, it's like, try your best to forgive your family, even if they threw you off a building. Matt Steele's but it's nice to have closure. So this felt like a story for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I am happy that the families were able to make amends.
Yes.
And because it's very sad when families fall out.
Right.
So I'm glad that things seem to be okay in the Cyrus world.
I hope we all. Well, I don't know if that's true. I don't think Miley is talking to the dad.
Oh.
But
there's hope for the future.
There's hope for the future. Because, Miley's dad did not, marry Liam Hemsworth or something. That'd be weird.
Sure.
Yeah. But anyways, I think the thing that we need to take from this story is if we're parents, someday we're parents, we need to make sure not to date and marry our child's ex, which I feel like is something that we as people, all of us listening to this, anyone who's watching this, we can all agree
Doable.
to. Doable. That
Doable.
feels like a very low bar for parenting.
Sure.
There's a lot of things you should be doing as a parent, and not dating your child's boyfriend is one of them.
It's one of them.
It's on the list.
One of the many.
Yes. Yeah. Did you see this Zac Efron thing? Apparently, he was taken to a hospital after a swimming pool incident in Ibiza.
We'll see why I don't go in swimming pools. They're fucking dangerous.
Well,
I don't know what happened in this swimming pool.
That's the thing is I think everyone's keeping their lips very sealed about this. I think it's not the pool.
You think it's not the pool?
Yes. I think there could have been other substances
involved.
Yes.
In the pool around a pool.
Yes. And then he wound. But he's fine.
Listen.
And that is all conjecture. That is alleged. I don't know that. But I believe this is a man who had a show about doing crazy things across the world. I think he's a fine swimmer. Yes.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
But even at the Olympics, they have lifeguards at the swimming ceremony. So, even the best swimmers can, get a cramp. So maybe, I don't know. Just pools are terrible in general.
I think
pools bring out the worst in people, even little children.
Well, if you had to choose between pool or beach, which do you pick?
Oh, they're both dreadful. Ooh, they're both dreadful. Ooh, I would say a pool because normally when there's a pool, there's usually a house nearby that I can go into and chill on the couch.
And also the thing is, I'm at a beach this week. I don't hate the beach, but the sand gets everywhere.
The beach is ass. The beach sucks. I'm sorry to everyone.
I don't know that it sucks.
And
I think it's obviously view wise, I think it beats pool by a mile. I love looking at a beach. If I'm on dry land and I'm seeing a beach and the sand and the water and the sunsets and whatever, I think that's lovely and calming. But the moment of touching my feet to the sand, I feel dirty. And
yes,
I don't like
because it's dirt. Because you're sitting in dirt and baking yourself in the sun for hours.
I'm covered in 70 sunscreen, by the way.
Still,
so I'm not baking.
It exhausts you. The sun exhausts you.
Look, I am not the biggest beach fan. I just think it's the pool is easier to me. It's just okay, getting in the water, it's chlorinated. I'm getting out of it, drying off. End of list. I'm going to take a shower. I'll be a little my skin won't feel great until I shower and put lotion back on. But there's no sand. The sand is the issue.
The sand is an issue.
Right.
Yeah.
The sand's just an issue.
The sand sucks. Yeah, but Listen, it's all terrible. Big bodies of water are not for me.
They're not. But it's good for you for trying new things, though.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Oh my God, though, when I went into the deep end.
Oh.
Girl, went and no one was hanging out in the deep end because we were surrounded by kids. We were all like, we are hanging out in the shallow section.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, oh, let me go in the deep end for a little bit. I have not treaded water in over 10 years.
Wow.
And I remember like when I was younger, like treading water was so easy. I could do it all day. And I got into the deep end. 20 seconds in, I was just like, I'm going to drown. I'm going to fucking drown.
This is, I think, why... I don't know. This is why you need to get in the pool at least a little bit over the course of 10 years.
Because I was just like, my legs are so tired.
Lord.
And I'm like huffing and puffing. And you know me, I'm not a cardio girl. So like, I was just like, wow, I guess this is a skill that like you develop, like you lose if you don't do it after a while.
Yes, I believe that. And this makes me nervous. I feel like you either need to never get in the deep end again.
That's
or
doable.
Or just every couple of years. Get in the deep end and kind of
feel my way through.
kind of be like, okay, what would Michael Phelps do, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Maya of Case of the X fame, of Lady Marmalade fame, has shared
and Chicago fame,
has shared how being celibate for 7 years has changed her life. She says she has mental clarity. It's shifted her mindset. It's no longer a focus. The rush to be in a relationship, the rush to be married, the rush to be in something that's what you're taught to do, to have kids or procreate. There's a lot of pressure on women to be able to do that. Why are we taught we have to be taken or made an honest woman? I think that's beautiful. Cool. I think that's lovely.
I love that. I love that. Good for her. She's
right.
chilling. It's like when Whoopi Goldberg's just like, I don't want to get married again because like I don't want nobody in my house.
Right. But to me, and like maybe this is obviously relationships and sex are connected a lot. But you could still not be celibate and stay out of a relationship and not like pursue marriage, right?
Wait, say that again.
You could not be celibate. You could just have, interactions with people.
Yeah.
And not like have it lead to marriage or children, and like that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, so I wonder why she's like, maybe celibacy is just like, I'm taking it all off the table.
Sure.
Maybe that's what we do.
Focusing on herself.
And I think that's beautiful.
Maybe sharing it for that someone special.
Do you think you could be celibate for 7 years?
Yeah. I think I could.
Okay. You and Maya.
I'm not like, girl, I'm not like a slave to sex. Like,
no,
I'm not like, oh, I need this.
I know, but like, I don't know. I
mean, I wouldn't be able to do without like having connections with people.
Right.
Like I like meeting new people.
Right.
I like.
Also, I don't know the definition of celibate. Like, it's like, it goes into what are we calling celibate? What are we calling sex?
Oh.
Yes, this is what I'm saying.
Then yeah, like Maya. I guess I'm not going to ask her to reveal the details because that's her private life and everything.
Thing. Right.
But because I take celibacy as like, we do not see each other naked.
Oh, okay.
Nothing naked happens.
Okay.
Maybe some kissing, but that's how I interpreted that statement.
Okay, all right.
But straight people are different. Straight people are different.
Right. There's a lot of questions I have, but if that works for her, I think that's lovely.
Yeah, like yeah. To me, like if you see them naked and stuff works, stuff happens.
Not stuff works.
Then that's sex.
Yeah.
Of some kind.
And does Maya agree? And who knows?
Who knows? We don't know. She's not. She doesn't need to reveal those details.
She doesn't. That is not our business.
The moral of the story is she's happy.
She's happy, and we love that for her.
And we love that.
And last semi-related story, that French pole vaulter's bulge cost him an Olympic medal. But I think a lot of people are following him on Instagram.
Yeah.
I think he is going to be a big influencer in the future.
A big influencer in the future. And you know what? He made his ways to the Olympics.
Absolutely.
A talented man.
I feel like he and Steve, the pommel horse guy with the glasses, biggest memes out of the Olympic Games. So he could certainly parlay that into something. And I think Anthony's going to be A-okay.
Anthony's going to do great.
Yes.
He's a successful athlete. Congratulations on. Did he get any medals or anything?
I don't believe he got a medal.
You made it to the Olympics.
Yes.
You're a talented man.
Yes.
Yeah. And
congratulations.
You got things going for you.
You do. You really do. So Matt Steele, is there any other news for idiots you'd like to share with the people?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break and then be back with more Two Gay Mats, the podcast. He's influenced me for sure, Lindsay.
Good for him.
Good for him. And whomever he's with or not with. You know, not with Maya.
He's
Not with Maya.
No, maybe he's doing the Maya thing too. Maybe he's just like, hey, I don't want nobody seeing this. But it
Could be. Well, I mean, we all.
it's just there.
It is
so
there.
It's
It's hard to, especially if you, because I feel like the outfits at the Olympics you're seeing, so you know,
seeing a lot.
Seeing a lot.
you know, people gotta be able to move their bodies.
I did see that thing about the 50 being the highest someone could get in sunscreen, Montana. I am always watching. We have set up the camera now, even though Matt still doesn't really use it. We have the comments up there.
We have a comment up, the thing up here and a comment thing down here.
Right.
I always choose down.
Why
here.
is this harder to read?
It's just not natural for me to.
But then
read.
you're looking. The whole point is like, oh, it's like when we do our ads. Get the FOOM ad ever, but whatever. When we do the ads, we're looking at the camera.
Yeah.
And we're reading the things.
I guess. But the thing is, I like looking down here.
Yes.
Because I'm also right there.
I know. I knew it. I
So
should
I'm
have
able
known.
to see myself. I'm watching myself the whole time.
I'm not. I'm looking at you, the comments. No mention of the Mariah Christmas tour. Okay, look. I'm only saying this because this is being recorded on the podcast.
It's gonna be on YouTube.
It'll be on YouTube, but people, I'm sure, turn it off. But this is a long thing. I'm excited for Mariah. I'm excited for the Christmas tour. I'm excited. I hope she tells a bunch of tickets and people go and have a great time. It's time for new music. I'm at my wit's end, and so when I saw it, scrolled by.
So you agree? So you agree? A Christmas album's not a real album.
No, it is, but it's if Mariah put out even a new Christmas album, I would take. I'm like, and I mean, yes, I grew up with her in the 90s. She put an album every 5 minutes.
Also, doesn't she have like a Christmas tour every year? Or like
Yes,
a
but-
Christmas residency or something every year? Like,
She has some sort of Christmas event, which makes sense. Like, I would never take that away from her. She is the queen of Christmas. Residency, go on tour, promote it. But my being excited about it, I think, isn't going to happen again until I get new music.
There's only so much you can be excited about.
Right.
When it's the same thing that you
And
kind
it's
of...
like, you know, and I texted my friend Rory, Rory, who's been a podcast co-host some weeks. Because, we don't publicly say anything not positive about Mariah Carey, but I was like, these are my feelings.
You're public now.
I know, but no one's going to watch this.
Comment below if you're watching this.
She hasn't stopped tour since last Christmas. The whole Simone Biles drama with another gymnast is so fun to watch. Mariah is out Snoopy on Isis, and I don't know if they're mutually exclusive. I don't know if they're the same demo. But yeah, I'm ready for, and I'm glad we got the Portrait remix. I'm glad we got Rainbow 25. Yes. But there's been promise of her 16th studio album.
There's been promise?
There's been promise.
What does there's been promise
It
mean?
means she has said it. She said she's worked on 10 songs. She says it's coming
And
soon.
of course, Rihanna has said the same thing too.
Let's not compare. Because Mariah has songs that she's not throwing away. I know it. I feel it in my soul.
Okay.
Okay. So it's
Alright.
coming, and I'm
It's
excited.
coming. I think Mariah was in the studio with
Jonta Austin when she was in. That's very good news. Jonta's an incredibly talented songwriter.
Okay.
He's also very hot, which is unrelated, but
That's great.
Yeah,
It's great when talented songwriters
Yeah.
are also hot.
Right.
You're hot.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and a talented songwriter.
That's true.
Would you rather be insanely hot and an okay songwriter, or an insanely talented songwriter and just like, I guess not insanely hot?
Just like regular. Look, there he is. Was he on Family Feud?
Yeah.
He looks great, huh?
Hot.
Handsome. I would not pick the insanely hot.
Okay.
I'd rather, I don't know if you've heard a song called Up to Par before.
I have.
Beauty fades, talent lasts. Talent lasts,
That
baby.
is true. Your mantra.
Thoughts on the new Britney album? There's it's not happening.
I don't think
it's coming.
I think if there's one thing we are not getting, I think it's a new Britney album.
Maybe she'll put out some songs in conjunction with the biopic.
I would love.
Oh?
Biopic comes out. She
Yes.
releases a song. It's really great.
Yes.
She wins an Oscar for it,
Oh, yes.
and she has an Oscar.
I would love if she had an Oscar as well.
That's the master
I think that's a
plan.
beautiful master plan.
We'll call it Mark Platt and be like, hey, Matt Palmer can write Britney a really incredible song.
tell me.
You could write a Britney song.
Absolutely could and not one that she's taken, but one with Britney in mind.
Yeah.
Palmer doesn't need to answer because he's both. Oh, Isaac, so kind. Ugh. I'm so tired and starved. I want a 2024 Mariah album. Tyler, you and I both. You and me both. Like, I'm excited for the tour. I'm sure everyone who's going to go is going to have a great time. I need a new album.
Yeah.
I need a new album. I'm at Caution was 6 years ago.
It was.
Like, people are on me about getting another album, and my last album was 2021.
Yeah. So why are you holding Matt Palmer to a different standard with Mariah Carey?
Jeff, getting Britney on the pod.
Sure.
I mean, if she wants to, she's always invited.
Our first guest
Right.
was Britney Spears.
I mean, that would be amazing. And honestly, if Mariah wants to come on and talk about her Christmas tour, we're all ears. We are all.
She'll be on here.
ears.
She'll be like, I hear you're upset that.
Oh God! No one sent this to her. Is there a new Gaga coming this year? I heard there was. And she said LG7 at the end of that.
I can imagine there is.
I imagine we're getting a Gaga album, and I imagine a Kesha album after Joyride.
Sure, Joyride's great.
Jade. Serena Carpenter, obviously.
Serena Carpenter. Yeah. Okay, so that's August, September, October, November.
I know, they just need to time it out.
Yeah.
Justice for One Runway. Interesting. You only like 2 songs on Equals Empty Squared, and you love. I like Runway.
Runway's great. You don't like Runway?
I like Runway, but I'm like, I see why this is the bonus track.
No, Runway should have been on a Caution, in my opinion. Runway should have been on Caution. Because if there's one sound that Caution's missing a little bit, it's Runway.
I see why it was. I don't dislike it. I don't. But when it's next to like The Distance.
Well, I mean,
Caution title track.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like
8th grade. I'm not Joel. No, I'm not.
Okay.
July.
But like that's 3 songs. Like there could be a 4th, and it could be Runway.
That could be.
But also, how dare you skip Get the Fuck Out?
That's true. Excuse me.
Which is my national anthem. You get the fuck out.
Which I found an old clip of Sabrina Carpenter at like the 2018 American Music Awards when they were honoring Mariah, and someone asked her what's your favorite Mariah song, and she's like, "It's Get the Fuck Out."
Yes.
I'm like, absolutely.
Classic.
Sabrina gets that.
Yeah.
Okay, seriously, why do all the Little Mix girls only use their first names? That's funny. Let's not forget your favorite artist, Lana Del Rey, is releasing this year, maybe. Oh,
She releases like 3 albums a year.
I was going to say something nicer.
That's not mean.
It's not mean.
Because they all do well. They're all wonderful. I mean, I've never like heard them, but like, the Lana fans are always very happy with her albums.
Yes.
They're critically acclaimed.
Yes.
She releases a lot.
I feel judged. I'm sorry, Matt Bell. It's loving judgment. What's a Janet song you would like to see justice for? I mean, maybe just because we're talking about Runway. I heard Run Away in like a CVS the other day. That is a classic. Such a good song. We're talking about songs that are just like randomly added to greatest hits tracks. Both Runaway and 24 Play are so fucking excellent. And I feel like no one knows about them. No one talks about them. Runaway was like fully a hit. Like this was a music video being played all the time in 1996. But I feel like it's a little forgotten because it's not on the actual album. You know, like it's on it's on Design of a Decade. Sabrina's a Lamb, apparently good for her. As she should be.
We support
all lambs.
I could see Sabrina and Mariah doing a little something together.
That'd be very
Sabrina's
cute.
She can do a little breathy, like.
Can do a little breath.
I could totally see like Mariah putting out a song like Espresso.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
Yeah.
And the video was giving me Honey vibes, as you know.
Yeah, I feel like Espresso could be on like Equals MC Square a little bit.
Absolutely.
It's not super 2008 sounding, but like just the vibe, the breezy vibe.
24 Play is amazing. Yes, Justin knows. Runaway is also a Mariah song? You mean Runway? I'm like, is Run Away a Mariah song? I don't think so. Okay, now I don't
Look it up. Well,
look it up.
you don't know her whole discography?
Runway. I mean, would she put out a song called Runaway and then a song called Runway?
Oh my God, Matt Palmer, you get it. 24 Play is
specifically the album version. Yes,
excellent.
yes, and yes.
What's that excellent song on Demita Joe? That's like the final song. That's like phenomenal. What's that song called?
Just a Little While.
Just a Little While. Oh,
I mean, that is like the hit single that could have been because it was going to be out right after her Super Bowl performance. And then your friend's husband ruined everything.
My friend's
Julie Chen.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Your friend's husband.
Oh.
Who would play MC in a biopic? I vote Zendaya, but no one likes it.
Why does no one like it?
I don't know.
Who else would y'all pick?
Who else would you want?
There's like no one else.
And she would just lip sync to Mariah.
Yes, of course.
And it was so pretty in the 24 Play video. Absolutely. A new interview with Mariah is up. The album isn't close. Her words isn't close. Justice for All Night, Don't Stop. Another great song on Demita Joe.
There's a lot of tracks on that album. I remember.
Yeah. Remember when you were trying to tell me that Demita Joe was better than Glitter?
Because it is.
It's really not, and like we can't argue again about it.
I really liked Demita Joe. It is long.
It's very long.
But so is every Janet album except for Control.
And there's like so many chunks of the album where it's like, I love the islands.
I know.
I'm like, get off the island, Janet.
Someone who
Please.
disagrees with me about the beach.
Yes. Ooh, she loved the beach. I feel like that's all she and Jermaine Dupri were doing at that point.
Sure.
Oh, Roll With You is great. Oh, Make Me. Excellent. Another great song on a Greatest Hits album. Also, Janet doesn't do Runaway on tour much. She should. Classic. Oh, I discovered Feedback recently. Demita Joe is not better than Glitter. I love both of these artists. Like my top two. Demita Joe is not.
So maybe you just can't appreciate how great Demita Joe is.
Maybe you can't appreciate how great Glitter is.
Here we are.
Here we are. Oh my
Here
gosh.
we are. I'm just saying the fact that I can understand more of the lyrics from
That
Janet
is on
Jackson.
you. That is on you. That
What do
is
you mean that's on me?
You're not listening to Glitter closely enough.
I'm like, I have the headphones in here and I'm like, I don't know what she's saying.
You don't know what she's saying on Lead the Way?
I lead the way, yes. The other songs, no.
If we, and did mean to turn you on, she's belting the whole time. All my life, she's belting the whole time. No, that's she's not singing like that. She's belting the whole time.
I don't know about the whole time.
The whole time. You sound like Billie Eilish stands.
That mix is she's so
there's
low on
some
that mix.
Yes.
Okay.
But
I'm not trying to say that Mariah's not belting.
She is belting.
Just the mix, she is so low on that mix. The fact that her belting is quieter than Janet Jackson whisper singing on Demita Joe is something.
I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. That was Patrick Belmer said that with his soul. I have a lot of feelings. Mariah's Fantasy and Janet Runaway were top 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 at the same time. Oh, take me back. That was when music was music. And I realize that just makes me sound old, but it's true. It's true. Demita Joe clears Glitter. It really
Yes, Jordan.
Okay, this video is now about that. Like, everyone pause. I'm going through the list of Demita Joe songs that are good. It's like 6.
They're great.
Sexhibition is good. All Night Don't Stop is good. R&B Junkie is good. Like You Don't Love Me, Thinking About My Ex. Slow Love.
Classics. I only listened to the album once.
This is 22 tracks. I'm giving you 7. Glitter. How many tracks? Like 11. The only songs that aren't good are both named Loverboy. Okay. Lead the Way. Excellent. If We. Excellent. Didn't Mean to Turn You On. Excellent. Her part in Don't Stop Fucking from Jamaica is great. All My Life. Incredible. Reflections. Incredible. Last Night Is You Just in My Life. She is whispering, but it's cool.
Okay.
Want
cool
You
whispers.
is okay. Never Too Far is okay. Twister Devastating. Brilliant. Brilliant.
The highs on Demita Joe.
There's one high that you're referring to, and it's just a little while.
But it's a high.
Lead the Way is a high.
Yeah.
Fucking All My Life is a high. Reflections is a high.
Listen.
Wow.
Look at the material. Can't argue with the people.
Hey, people are saying 2 people have agreed with you. And this is coming from a person who was trying to argue that Telephone was a better music video than Bad Romance.
I didn't say better. I said more of her signature.
And that's also wrong. That's even more wrong. Nah, the ballads on Glitter clear Demita Joe, but both are great albums. Thank you, Justin. Only songs that aren't good are both versions of Loverboy. I agree.
There's 8 songs on Demita Joe.
Better than Lead the Way, Jordan. Thank you, Tyler. Lead the Way clears Demita Joe. Glitter, yes, tell him. Glitter is better than Demita Joe. Here we go. Fighting back. Reflections makes me cry. What makes you cry on Demita Joe?
All of it.
Sexhibition.
All of it. I don't need to cry when I'm listening to Janet. I need to feel sexy.
Hey, Mariah has sexy songs too. Last night a DJ saved my life.
I don't know. I feel like when it comes to like the sex songs, I think Janet has that covered.
I'll give you that.
Sure.
But hey, Bliss.
Oh yeah, exactly. When I want to feel sexy, I just want to hear.
Whistle Registry.
That's exactly what I want to fucking hear when I'm feeling it.
All Night is not better than All of Glitter. And if we're talking about mixing issues, they actually had to put a box up version of All Night out. So, problem.
And they fixed it.
I would say Lead the Way is better than All Night. Fucking All My Life is better than All Night. All Night is great. All Night is great. I think Demita Joe has the higher score of there are sexy songs on Glitter. Absolutely there are. Should we do you know what emails we're doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, pick the one.
Okay.
So I can keep arguing my point.
Okay.
Wow. Tomato Joe better than glitter. This is shocking.
This is not shocking to me because
I need everyone in the chat or in the Discord, whoever, listen to these two albums because to me it just is so clear. Like Crystal. Wade Steele, that whistle tone. He's
I'm sucking
air
in.
It still counts though.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone goes out like. No. It still counts.
Imagine someone just like jumped into our live right now. It's like,
what the fuck are these
doing?
homosexuals doing? All right. Hold on.
Don't think Rock With You is on Tomato Joe, is that? Rock With You is on Throwing Feedback. Glitter flopped for a reason. Archive Sunset. Don't do it.
Wow.
The reason was poor single choices. The reason was Loverboy. The reason was the movie wasn't great. Sure. But the album stands. The album stands. Vocally. It's great. Like, great.
We got 2 Olympics questions. I don't know if we have answers.
What are the questions?
I
don't have an answer to that one. I could look some stuff up, but I need another week.
On songs from
on the songs. Like
songs.
Yeah, they used to have Olympic theme songs.
Oh, I thought it was always the da 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 da.
I mean, they have that, but they also like One Moment in Time was written for the Olympics.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to answer that one later?
Yeah.
When you have.
It also came out 9/11/01. Absolutely, Justin, you get it. Rock With You was undisciplined. Not you exposing him. Movie sucked, but the album is fire. I don't think it sucked, but it, had some rough edges. Glitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if this is a question. I'm sorry. I should have been more prepared for this.
Oh, so now we're just lying. Janet could do Lead the Way, but Mariah couldn't do Sexhibition. Y'all are right. I just wanted to stand for it. I love that. One more again. Yes. Another great Caution era track. I wanna rock with you. There was also a Janet B-side called Roll With You, which I really liked.
Here's one that isn't a question, but it's a response.
Okay.
Okay, then we got 3.
We got 3? Right.
Unless you also want to do Isaac's question.
I guess we can.
We can also think about that.
Let's think about it. Let's save it. But it's just we can't forget it.
Isaac, we gotcha.
Yes.
Next
Monday.
Week.
Next Monday. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You ready for part 2?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, guys, we are back.
Yes.
I'm just letting you know, I love it whenever we get no emails for Email My Heart. I always know the next week we're gonna get like 6 emails.
You're absolutely right.
So some will be on the back burner.
Yeah.
But before we do any of that, Matt Palmer, give the people the ad. Give them what they need to know.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to or watching the podcast. If you enjoy us, please go to your Apple Podcasts or Spotify and leave us a 5-star rating or review. We actually got a new one on Apple Podcasts recently, so thank you so much for leaving that. We, again, only accept 5 stars. Any other criticisms, we don't accept. See the Charlie XCX comments at the beginning. We don't accept that kind of stuff. So yes, 5 stars only. And if you really enjoy us, go to patreon.com/2gaymats. And there you can get extra bonus content from us. Join the Discord and meet friends you haven't met yet who are also in love with pop music and pop culture. And thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Yes.
So some of the emails we got are Olympic related. One of them was sent by Luke. And he emailed us right after we recorded our not live podcast.
Oh, really? That's
yes.
amazing.
But Luke had a question about Olympic theme songs, and Matt Palmer wanted to do his research on Olympic theme songs before he answered that. So we'll save that one for later.
I do love One Moment in Time.
Okay. I never knew that Olympics had theme songs ever in the past. I think Helen just sent an email with her response to what we said about the Olympics.
Oh.
So I don't think that's a question, but I'll read it. She says, "Hi, Matt. Taking a break from religiously following the gymnastics coverage this week to write this. So hopefully by the time you read this, the Team USA women and men will have won a bunch of medals." They did.
Yes.
I am a huge Olympics fan like Jackson, to the point where I rewatched the London 2012 ceremonies regularly and just got them secondhand on Blu-ray.
Wow.
I didn't know they released Olympics on Blu-ray. I was wondering what you and Jackson thought about some of the other segments now that some of them have gotten some backlash, like the death metal Marie Antoinette segment and the drag queen runway and the celebration of polyamory. I loved those segments because they are so quintessentially French, but knew immediately that some Americans would be angry about them and that the NBC commentary wouldn't be giving the full context context. I'm a bit tired of an American audience demanding that these international celebrations be catered to them. And as an American myself, I think that we could look back at our own history with a smidgen of self-deprecation that the French have. The funniest thing is that Americans are offended at the perceived disrespect the French showed them their monarchy, considering the reasons for the American Revolution. LOL. I agree that the pacing overall was off. The BBC commentators mentioned that there hadn't been a full run-through because they wanted to keep many aspects secret from the public, but I feel like one or two would have sharpened things up. But I think they did the right thing trying something different because it will make them stand out from past years. And man, ending on Celine was a stroke of genius, and I was indeed sobbing like Kelly at the end. Glad to have filled your inbox this week. Sincerely, Helen.
Thank you. I mean, yes, I enjoyed the opening ceremonies, even though, again, I'm not an Oscars person. And, or Oscars, what is this? Olympics? Potato.
They're my Olympics.
Right. But, you know, and I'm sure this is the case every single year. It was a bit long. I mean, we were watching like 4.5 hours of coverage. But I will say the most irritating thing about the Olympics for me this year, and maybe because I'm just a little bit more plugged in than usual for the Olympics, the backlash to literally everything that I've been hearing from the Olympics is preposterous.
Sure.
Like, I just cannot even wrap my head around it. Like, especially like that opening ceremony stuff was all dumb and like baseless and annoying. But then this whole thing, I don't know all the names involved, but basically there's a transvestigation about this female boxer who like won her, she's at the Olympics boxing another woman and won pretty quickly, and the other woman cried, and I don't know if she made an illusion or if somebody else just decided that the person she was fighting against was
I think she just said that I've never been hit so hard in my life. And
people took that to mean, oh, she must have been, a boxing with a trans woman in sports, which she was not. Like, this is a woman who is from Algeria, and it just has gone off the fucking rails, and people's commentary is so sick and disgusting. Like, it's just so clear. I was reading, I think something on the Discord about someone was like, the arguments aren't even about whether this person is trans. It's like, the arguments are about what it means to be a woman and like how you are to present, what like having these fucking tests. It's just the craziest shit, and it turns my stomach. The fact that this person is, maybe going to win a medal, maybe not, and all of their Olympics experience, all she's gonna have to remember is like, this is what people were arguing about.
It's just crazy that people are arguing about this online, like trying to make an argument about this online when it's like, she's not even trans.
She's not even trans.
Like it's so like I think these people are so starved for like having some sort of like content out there and getting any sort of like divisiveness and fighting started, that they're literally just like desperate to even like throw out commentary that's just blatantly wrong, like blatantly factually incorrect, because it's like, because everyone else is just like, hey, she's not trans, and like their only retort to that is just no. It's like, what?
And
like,
you see it printed in, like, I've seen it in newspapers, like making reference to the fact that she is a trans boxer, and it's like, she's not.
She's not. It's actually, she's from Algeria. It's illegal to be trans. They have like really horrible LGBTQ, like anti-LGBTQ plus laws, and so it's like, she couldn't even be trans if she wanted to.
It just,
it's
crazy. Just so clearly people want to have this be an issue and are so for some reason so obsessed with trans women in sports and like how they compete and whatever, and they're just trying to make an issue out of nothing. This is not something that regularly affects a lot of people. Like, what trans Olympians are we talking about? Trans women? Like, it just is. And also, like, let people do their fucking job. Like, there are people who are incredible at their sport, and this is the top of all of that, and they're competing. This person isn't trans, but it's like, why do we have to make this about something that it's not, and just watch the Olympics
like actively not
people.
About this,
and you're just lying.
They just want to take up space in the pop culture conversation because they have nothing else to argue on, because they have nothing to stand on. They just want to take up space. I'm not giving it any airtime.
Yes, the long and short of it, it's disgusting. The backlash is truly disgusting.
I mean, that wasn't really like a commentary on the opening ceremonies.
But it's a part of the backlash.
But it's a part of the backlash.
Because the backlash of like drag queens and like they were like,
that is true. Yeah.
Why are they here? Oh, the threesome. Oh, the reenacting the Last Supper. It's just like, get a life.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah. Okay. Robbie emailed us and says, Life advice. Hello, Mats. I recently graduated with a degree in computer science, which was a slay. However, during my studies, I put in an application for a gay dating show here in the UK. It's hosted by the legendary Miss Danny Minogue, and I am now through to one of the last rounds in the application process. What should I do? I have fears that if I come across poorly on the show, this could affect future employment in my field. Am I overreacting? Should I just go with it and have fun? Slightly relevant aside, has having a big social media presence and sharing your opinions openly through the podcast ever manifested a negative reaction towards you in real life?
I don't think in real life, no. Like, I think we do well, but it's like with a certain demographic, and it's usually not the demographic where I'm like interviewing for a job and like the people have seen me on the internet before. I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction. I don't know if your field, people are going to be doing like intense background checks, like looking you up, but it's like you're on a dating show, like to me, and like maybe I again don't want to steer you wrong. To me, it's pretty harmless. Like, is someone going to not hire you because you were on the The Bachelor? Like, why should it be different on this gay dating show in the UK? I think this is the one with Danny Minogue as the host, by the way.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I say do it. I think life is short. If you think it's fun, I think you should do it. People do a lot of things on the internet where I'm like, you shouldn't do that or your employer could find it. Like, I feel like Gen Z in general is like very openly sharing a lot of stuff where I'm like, oh, that could be in a text message. I don't think going on a dating show would preclude someone from a job in the future in 2024, in my humble opinion.
Sure. I mean, though it's also, I guess, like depends on what the content of the dating show is. I don't know what this show is like, and I don't know what like field you're going into.
Right.
So I mean, I guess that obviously like could affect things depending on like what like if the show is very very sexual like in its content, like a little bit more of like for people like 18 and older, not necessarily like people running around naked and everything,
right.
but just like if like the humor is a little more like sexual in nature and you're trying to be a kindergarten teacher,
right?
Maybe that's something to consider,
right?
I would say do the final audition process, and then if you get it, you can decide. Then ask, I guess, some more questions from the people.
And if it is the show that I think it is, I think it's very. I mean, it's not Love Island in its like sexualness. It's more, I would say it's closer to The Bachelor. It's like on a beach.
Okay.
So maybe it's Bachelor in Paradise. And then like the whole conceit of is like, before you like go on your date with the guy, you're going to like kiss him blindfolded, fully clothed. It's like,
I
to
think
me,
you're fine.
Like the only thing that someone could say, it's too sexual would be because these are gay people. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure. It seems harmless to me personally. And also just imagine there are lots of people doing things a lot more salacious, yes. A lot more publicly, and they're able to get jobs. You know?
Yes.
Like, and if nothing else, the show will be on and then it will be off, and people are not going to like have a photo memory of you forever. Like, I don't know. It's
not like it's 2001 right. Where like people, if they got a bad edit on a reality show, like they were all over the tabloids, right. And like everyone knew who they were,
yes.
and it like their lives were just like destroyed for a
right.
couple years from it. It's like now it's like everyone's on a goddamn reality
I know
show.
there are so many reality shows.
Except I will never be on Big Brother, I guess. But
we believe you will.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I say do the final round and decide from there. But if this show is what you're describing,
if it's the one that I think it is,
then I think you're pretty.
It feels
okay.
harmless to me.
It seems pretty harmless,
right?
Yeah, so I think you're good.
And congrats on getting so far in the process.
I know, congratulations.
That's
you must be
cool.
a very interesting person.
Totally.
Yes. Okay. One more email.
Let's do it. One more
from Abby. Please. Oh, sorry. A.
Oh,
so sorry.
Do I need to edit that in the podcast?
Maybe.
But
also the previous email just said from worried individual. And I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have said his name either. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
It's hard because all of your names are in the top of the email, guys. But it's okay. This email's from A. It's entitled In My Flop Era. Hey, two gay mats. I wanted to write in because I heard you guys were low on submissions, so I thought I'd throw my question in here. I'm a content creator that had to go back to a 9-to-5 because I'm in my flop era. I hold a lot of shame for trying something and not being successful. I was a full-time influencer for about 2 years. It's been about a year since I've been back, 6 months trying to find a job and 6 months on the job, and it's really getting to me. I went from traveling the world to living in a racist Midwestern town, making a salary lower than I did 8 years ago when I left college. I had to slow down creating because I'm not able to travel like I used to because of no part-time off. So I'm looking for advice and I guess a little pep talk. Do you still identify as a creative even when you're not doing it full time? Have you ever felt like a failure because the dream you wanted seems further and further away? How do you deal with that nasty bitch comparison when you see your peers get things you've always wanted? I feel like a failure every second of every day.
I do not.
Listen, I don't feel like a failure every second of every day, but like it's just as someone who's trying to pursue, creative things and always just getting hit with like some ups, but then many downs in a row. It's hard to not like feel that like constant sense of discouragement. But then but I'm okay because like I went into it, knowing like, this is how it's going to be. And I've sort of gotten, a little used to that feeling. And so I never really set my sights too high, I guess. And I always sort of enter things very pragmatically. But the thing is like, I am surrounded by wonderful friends, wonderful family who support me and love me. So I guess the advice is just like, if you surround yourself with people who love you, no matter what,
right.
Then you can't lose.
Yeah. And I think something that you learn as you grow up and like something that, especially for all of us who are like, ambitious people and want to do the exact thing we wanted to do when we were like 19 or whatever. It's like, yes, success in, a job sphere. And by the way, as much as like influencing is a dream, it's also a job. Acting is a dream. It's a job. Yeah. Like these are jobs and we cannot tie our self-worth to like whether or not we are successful at the job, at the pursuit, because you're a full person. Like you are allowed to have love and be happy and have friends, and like your life can still be full even if you're not a full-time influencer anymore. I realize it's hard when that was what you were doing and it felt like, the next steps were, you could see them so clearly, and so this feels like a setback. But I mean, even if you're not in your favorite town, you're not making as much money as you'd like, a lot of people would not be in their own place. Like a lot of people would not be on their own 2 feet at this point, and you very much are. And things are going to get better. And you shouldn't have to wait until things are the way you want them to be for you to be happy. Like I've seen people who like were so avid about their pursuits that it was just like tunnel vision. And if this isn't like doing exactly what I want it to do, then like I am not happy. I don't deserve happiness. Don't do that to yourself. Yeah. Like you have a whole world of a life that's beyond, what your career is or like how you make your money. And this is a tough spot, and I'm not going to convince you like, oh, everything's great, everything's perfect, but there's more to you than your job.
Completely. Yeah. And I mean, just know like you were successful as an influencer because you have talent as a person in probably many different aspects of what you do, whether it's, I don't know what kind of influencer you were, but like maybe photography or modeling or marketing or anything like that, or your personality. And so just know you have so much talent, and people clearly saw that. And so there are so many other things you can do now, knowing that you have this talent, even if it's not as an influencer, if it's as this other area you want to pursue in some way capacity, So there are so many different things. I mean, like your life takes you in so many different directions. That you would never expect to go. Like I literally, when I graduated college, did I ever expect I would find a majority of my success in my 30s as someone who talks about pop music on the internet? Absolutely the fuck not.
But here we are.
Yes. So just know that like the possibilities for you are very endless, especially because you are someone who found success as an influencer. You are someone who found success like on your own right. Like you created that for yourself, which is something that not everyone knows how to do.
And I would say you absolutely are able and should identify it as a creative, even if you're not creating as much as you used to. Like I've been mentioning with Mariah, she hasn't put out an album since Caution.
And she's still Mariah Carey.
She's still Mariah fucking Carey. So while none of us are Mariah fucking Carey, we all are the creative people we have always been, even if the output is not coming at the same rate.
Yeah.
Not for 2K Mats, there's a lot of output. But yes, you don't hold yourself to that standard. Yeah. You are creative, you are worthy, whether you're putting like output into the world or not.
Yeah.
We love you.
We love you.
Yes.
You're doing great.
So Matt Steele.
Yes.
I have a question for you. Oh shit! Do you want to do Gay Minutes?
I thought you were so excited. You're just like, oh, we're gonna do Give Me Moments.
I
Oh
know.
fuck, no, we gotta go sit through this nonsense.
We do. Are you ready? This is 2 Gay Minutes. This is the section of the podcast that one of us, cough cough, Matt Steele, talks about something the other one doesn't care about for exactly 2 minutes. And since Big Brother season is back on, Matt Steele, I assume, has a lot to say.
I do have a lot to say.
Are you ready?
I wish I could say more, but I only have 2 minutes.
Okay, you ready?
Sure.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's get to the drama. Basically, there were 4 black house guests talking in the backyard. 3 out of the 4 are working together, and the 4th was talking with them about how they should look out for each other. So Grandma Angela saw them and grabbed this guy Quinn and said, look at them. That's the group. Likely meaning that's a group that's working together, which they were, so she was actually right.
Okay.
So Quinn told Tikor, one of the girls in the group, and said, Angela is so paranoid. She looked at you 4 in the backyard and said, that's the group. So it had gotten back to Angela that Quinn had spilled this to Tikor, and Angela confronted Quinn about it. Quinn said, I only told Tikor so she could make sure to build a better relationship with you. A lie to cover his ass. Angela said, well, I said that this is the group, meaning this is the group we should be working with. A lie to cover her ass. Tikor walks in and calmly adds, okay, well, when I heard you said that, I was a little unsure of what to think because you were assuming 4 black people were working together based on nothing but us just talking, even though they actually were working together. So Angela breaks down. She breaks down. Oh, no, Tikor, please don't think that. I would never. She went a little nuts crying and started apologizing to all the black people in the house, saying she would never accuse them of all working together just because of race. So basically, everyone was misunderstanding everyone and trying to cover their own ass, and it led to a 52-year-old grandma having yet another breakdown. It was television. Angela also had a few combative moments with glittery Chef Lisa. One where she told her to wipe that stupid smirk off her face, one where she mocked how Lisa walked right to her face, and one where she called her a twit out of nowhere, which led to Lisa crying in the storage room, proclaiming, I'm a goddess. Sadly, Lisa was blindsided and evicted while sitting next to Angela because the house guests figured she was a stronger competitive threat. And they also now figure that they should keep Angela around because she stands no chance of winning. I wish I could say more about this exciting game move that's brewing in the house right now, but this is 2 Gay Minutes and I don't have the time. All I'll say is that if the plan that was in motion an hour ago hasn't been squashed in the time it's taking us to record this, we are looking at what might be the riskiest, most strategic-minded veto ceremony we've seen in literally decades.
Wow, and that's 2 minutes.
Yes, I had a couple other sentences at the end there, but I decided to end it.
So you're still invested?
I am invested. This season is interesting because it's week 3 and there are still no clear alliances. And no one is able to make a solid decision, really, which is making things messy. And also, this season is different from so many other recent seasons in that the feeds are pretty dull, but the edited episodes are excellent.
That's so weird.
It's so weird. What world are we living in? I don't know. So, guys, that was my 2 Gay Minutes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I have Give Me Moments that I could share with people.
Please
if we're ready
share.
for that.
Yes.
I just want to say that on Friday, I went to the theater and I saw Company. And I've got to say, wow, what a moment.
Oh, okay.
It is excellent.
I would never picture you be a Company stan.
I really enjoyed it. The lead. The thing is, it was, not as focused on the lead as... what was the Lea Michele musical I saw recently? Funny Girl. It wasn't as focused on the lead and like hinging on the lead as that show, but our lead, the girl who played Bobby, I need to look her up. I'm sorry, I don't know her name off the top of my head. She was effervescent. She was so good and so joyful in every single scene, and watching her like go through all these couples and their very awkward relationships that like look like they're not working initially, but then you're like, oh no, this, even though it's not the relationship I want, like the love that they have really works the way that they have it in their very weird, all off color ways. The songs are excellent. Like,
okay, what was your favorite song?
Being Alive.
Oh my God, Matt Palmer.
Being Alive is absolutely everything to me. Like, all the songs are good, and like the story is the star, and obviously Ladies Who Lunch is absolutely brilliant. But Being Alive, and when she, because the thing is, I've obviously heard the song. I think this was a patron request that we listened to this cast recording.
No, I made you listen to it.
Oh, great!
Well,
Matt Steele made me listen, and I had heard it before. But when you really understand the context of Being Alive, that she had like lived her life so walled off for so long, and like maybe I'll get married, maybe I won't, but like just wasn't really letting people in, and was like, why do I need to do this? What is the point of it? What is the point? And it's like, well, the point is being alive. Like the walls finally come down, and not to spoil the end of Company, but it's been out for a minute. I just thought it was lovely. It was poignant. And it's weird because there were so many, because obviously I believe initially in the 70s when this came out, Bobby was a man.
Yeah.
And so the gender has been swapped in this production. But there are parts of it where I'm like, this works so much better with a woman as the lead. Like the scene where she basically has a himbo-esque boyfriend who's a flight attendant, and like their interactions are so very funny because she's so brilliant and he's so dumb.
Yeah.
And like, if the genders were swapped in 2024, it would seem a little like, almost a little like, yeah, like we're still doing this, like a dumb blonde bimbo stewardess seems.
You know, it was the 70s.
It was the 70s, but that's why when they flipped, it's like this.
Does he do the butterfly mom?
Yes, yes, he does, and like they begin to have sex, you know, unlike Maya, and he like pops up in the middle of it just to be like, hey, that story you told doesn't really connect to the story I just told, because she's basically like, I want to have sex, and you keep wanting to talk about this fucking butterfly.
Yeah.
And this is unrelated, but it was adorable. It was incredible. The entire show, I thought the staging was brilliant, and they like moved it into the 21st century. There's a lot of like cell phone actions and flights, and like I love the scene of them getting high on the stoops. Is that something that happens in the other productions?
I mean, there's a scene where they smoke pot.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, okay, yeah.
They're kind of like high on the stoop, and like, and also that guy that she was talking to, it almost was played in our production like that Bobby and he had a relationship in the past or something.
Sure.
Was that what's happening in the show and the productions that you've seen?
I mean, I've never seen this production,
okay.
but like in the production, are you talking about when he's like, Bobby, have you ever had a homosexual experience?
No.
Okay.
I don't think that is said.
That's not in this production,
okay.
I guess. Okay.
But there was a moment where I don't know, it felt like she had a lot of history with all of the characters. She has so many close friends. Her life is so very full, which I think is a nice way to look at like someone who's 35 and still single, which by the way, in 2024 is like less of a thing,
Sure,
it feels
yeah.
like, but whatever. But it was cool to see her be played so joyfully. Like, sure, she's trying to find this final piece of the puzzle, decide whether or not that's what she wants. But she just like clearly has such a full life with or without a partner, and like just the opening up is the solution. Like, it's not the kind of show where it's like now she runs off and gets married and finds the perfect person and everything happens as like it does in like Cinderella, but that's kind of the point where it's like, no, it's about being open to life and opening to living. And it just, I don't know, it just really moved me. And especially we're in that era of our lives these days.
Yeah, I mean, like when I was younger and I would like see productions of company, I would just be like, yeah, I love it. But like I haven't seen a production of it in years.
Yeah.
And now that I am in that age bracket, I'm kind of just like, oh, is this going to hit me?
You'll have to watch and see how you feel about it. But yeah, it was like, listening to Lily Allen's 22. And when I was 30 and like things were going the way I wanted, it was like, okay, I don't like the song anymore. This song's a little too close to home, but now things are great and I love it. So
I love it.
I suggest you give it a watch if you get a chance. If it's coming to your town, it's on tour. This production is excellent. And I love so many people, but the lead actress playing Bobby is truly otherworldly. And I believe she was in the Broadway production, but just kind of not the lead, at least. She was in the ensemble, possibly. And the fact that she got this promotion on tour and she's fucking killing it.
Matt Palmer, the Sondheim head. It's going to be Passion next.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, I can't wait to show you.
Is it tough?
Passion.
I mean, for every company, there's also a Sunday in the Park with George.
Oh,
so
girl,
we are
not here to shade one of the most brilliant things that's ever been penned on the planet here at
Sondheim all the time, but I'm just saying, we can't say every Sondheim's going to be for me.
Sunday in the Park with George is for everyone.
That first act.
Listen, I'm just going to need you to let it marinate a little more.
It's been a while. It's been years. It's been marinating.
Well, it needs to marinate some more.
Okay.
It's going to be like some kimchi. It's going to be pickled in the back of the fridge for several decades, and then one day it'll be opened up and nice and ripe and delicious and fizzy.
I'll call you the moment that happens.
All right, great.
Matt Steele.
Yes.
What's been giving you moments, darling?
Nothing super huge because I watched this on an airplane.
Yes.
On my airplane, out, I finally got to see a movie from 2012 that I have actually never seen before. And people are always surprised because they're always just like, this is like totally you coded. And that is Wes Anderson's movie, Moonrise Kingdom.
Oh.
Which is so fucking adorable.
Oh, yay.
Have you ever seen Moonrise Kingdom?
I have not.
Have you ever seen a Wes Anderson movie?
I don't think so.
It's just like adorable. Like everything is in a little box.
I know his aesthetic.
The aesthetic is just like, and that was not shown on the airplane because you know how sometimes movies are like modified to fit the airplane screen.
Right.
I didn't get the full like boxiness of, so I was a little disappointed when I started that, but still the story holds up so well. And the style holds up so well. It's about these two little kids. One is a girl who... I pushed a button. I'm sorry.
Lord.
One is a girl who lives on this like island. Her name is Susie, and this other kid, Sam, is at this like scout camp on this island. And they had met the summer before, kept in contact through letters. Essentially like professing their love for each other, talking about how like they were such loners and everything. And they were like, okay, next summer when we are together on the same island, we're going to run away together and like no one's going to find us and it'll be great. So they finally like run away, and the whole movie is essentially the scouts and this girl Susie's family like searching through the hills and mountains of this island to like try to find them.
Wow.
It's so fucking adorable, so sweet. And I love cause Grand Budapest Hotel had like such high budget, and like this was like a perfectly like fine budgeted movie as well. Like there was good money in it as well, but it's like there's a little less like polish to this one, I feel, like visually, which I think just like adds to like sort of like the innocence of the story, which I think is really, really lovely. It's just really, really adorable. And even though I couldn't see the full thing on my screen on an airplane, it really affected me.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. Look at us taking in high art.
I know. Oh my God.
God, we're so highbrow.
We are.
It's wild.
God, I'm telling you, I'm excited for Passion. I'm excited.
Nervous.
Matt Palmer to finally see Passion. Not that it's produced often, but
that gives me more pause. Well, is there anything else you want to tell the people before we say goodbye?
We love you all.
We do love you all. Thank you so much for listening and or watching the podcast. And we'll be back next week with more 2 Gay Mats, the podcast.
Bye.
Bye. Cute. Alex, you're never too late. You can always rewind. I'm so sorry
I said those people's names.
Do I have to edit both of them or just the Abby person?
I don't know.
How did you know that she didn't want her name said?
It said at the beginning of the body of the email.
Please don't say my name.
Please call me. It just says, please call me A.
Okay, I'll edit that one.
I'm sorry.
Went to see Trap last night and it was not good. What is Trap? People have said, does anyone know what Trap is?
Trap?
Trap's
the movie, the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh, have you seen it yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm excited though.
You like M. Night
I do.
Shyamalan.
I have fun. His movies are just fucking fun.
It's not real. It's just fun.
It's just fun. it's like candy. It's like Pop Rocks in your mouth.
We love Pop Rocks.
Yeah.
Also, I was looking, just random. I was looking on our like most watched videos the other day. Mm-hmm. That Chappell Roan Good Luck Babe reaction is one of our most watched videos ever.
Sure.
Did you realize that?
I didn't know that. Okay.
Let me show you. Our most watched, so hope this is interesting for people. It's the All Too Well reaction. And this is just the full videos, not like the shorts or whatever. The Renaissance reaction, number 2. Midnight's reaction, number 3. Even though it looks like whatever. Then Look What You Made Me Do, Dane, Tortured Poets Department, Flowers, Cowboy Carter. But look, 170. 172, Chappell Roan.
Wow.
Wild. Chappell Roan is huge these days, man. I can't wait for that next album.
Ryan Bartley texted me being like, you will explain Chappell Roan to me. And I was like, what's to explain? It's just pop music. It's fun.
And it's excellent.
And it's great. And he's like,
she's
okay.
Queer. Yes. Jake Crash likes fashion. All right.
Everyone loves passion. Passion's for the people. Passion's the Sondheim show that took me the longest to get into. The first time I listened to Passion, I was just like, what is this?
That makes me nervous.
Don't be nervous. Just let it wash over you.
What was there's a question? Damn, the Swifts need to calm down. Yeah, the Swifts love watching our shit. You never saw the Royal Tenenbaums? Did you see that?
What was that?
The Royal Tenenbaums? Grace wants to know.
That's his other movie that I've never seen.
Wow.
And it's like his first. Well, that came out before Life Aquatic, right? I think that's like his first big thing.
When I think of
no. Fast. What's it called? Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Fun fact: Vision of Love reached number 1 this week on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1990. Oh, back then.
That wasn't that long ago.
It was a long time.
It was not long ago.
34
it was
years.
Very recent.
More Chappell reactions, less Charlie reactions. You don't have to worry about the Charlie reactions, babe. They've all happened. They're all over. Maybe on Patreon, but we can be honest. But main channel, nah.
I think we're honest on the main channel.
We are, but then they freak out when we're honest about Charlie.
Well, they freak out when we love the stuff.
I know. No,
Rushmore.
was
That's
up
what I meant. Rushmore. Why did I call it Fast Times at Ridgemont High? I knew it was something that sounded like a high school. Rushmore to me sounds like a school.
Are y'all watching Claim to Fame? It's so messy this season. I love it. No, I'm not watching. Chapel Squad at Lollapalooza was crazy. I saw that 50 years ago. No, 34 years ago. Mary and Maisie singing her face off, nude to Giorgio. Passion is it?
Yeah.
She's nude?
In the original Broadway production, she was fully just like topless.
What?
In the opening scene.
Wild.
They recorded it for video and for like DVD, and they didn't have the nudity in that. But
I was supposed to play Ben Stiller's son in that movie when I was a kid. My mom cut my hair the night before the shoot, and they decided not to use me. LOL.
wait, which movie?
What? Is he in Royal Tenenbaums or in some movie we were just talking about?
Oh my God, Jason.
Didn't know. So many actors in
That's
the chat.
crazy.
Vision of Love vlogs come back to me. Oh, I love both of those. Who would play you in your biopic? Oh,
Me?
I guess us, yeah.
Fucking me. I'm playing myself.
Yeah, we'll play ourselves.
I'm playing myself,
It's
girl.
going to be like
I need some
Fantasia's
work.
Lifetime.
A classic. Classic.
Oh my God. How are they going to have to do that weird facial, like, de-aging stuff for our...
I'll still look young.
You were talking about shots and Devos where you didn't look young, and that was shot...
Well, that was just because that was filmed at a certain time of night. That camera was right here, and there was like purple light.
Yeah, purple is not a good light.
Ooh, not
Purple's
yeah.
not a good light.
Yeah.
I have it recorded. I'm watching last season. Tom Cruise's knees was crazy. Chappell Roan plays Steel, two iconic red hits. Do you think Chappell should release a new album or further promote her current with more singles, music videos, or a deluxe edition? I think a deluxe edition is the most likely thing that'll happen. That she'll just attach "Good Luck, Babe" and some more songs. Because this album has just come out. Essentially, it's just blowing up now.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Royal Tenenbaums. Okay.
But I mean, I'm of course most excited about a new album.
Yeah. New albums are just always exciting.
They are.
You know. But I guess if a deluxe, it has to be bonus tracks.
I listened to the Olivia Guts Spilled for the first time since we listened to it again a couple days ago. Scared of My Guitar is great.
It's great.
That song is great.
Yeah.
That song is great.
Nothing tops that moment, but this season embodies that end.
Talking about Claim to Fame, I think.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Do you think Katy Perry's music? Oh, she'll still put
She'll
out
put
songs.
stuff out.
Fine.
I don't think she's going to be like top of the charts
Oh,
again.
she's going to work with Dr. Luke again.
I mean, I hope she wouldn't, but I would have said that before this year, so I don't know. I was literally about to say just like the Fantasia biopic. Yeah, that's the one I think of.
Ah, classic.
Also, do we have a plan for when Wicked comes out? Are we going to like watch the movie and just do a review on the channel like we did for Renaissance?
I guess.
Okay, let's do that.
I don't see what else we could do.
I know. What else
We
can I do?
can't have like,
A reaction to it.
yeah. She did tease a new song and one of her set lists. Not sure what happened to its release.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying not to listen to the live performance of that song because I want to wait till it comes out on streaming so I can do it with all y'all. Oh, man. So, yeah, I'm going to try tomorrow before I go back to Balboa. I'm going to try to, like, get some TikToks ready, some 2K match TikToks. I'm going to put up that Victoria moment. Yeah, I'm going to go back tomorrow at
Bless you.
1. I know.
BB is actually so good this season. I even think Palmer would like it. The episodes are like the episodes have all kind of been bangers.
I'm glad. I feel like that's usually your opposite review.
That's a problem.
Is that the episodes are not as good.
But
And do you think they're like just not spending as much time on the competitions and like that's
I think that helps.
Okay.
Also, also a reason why the feeds are a little dull is because Angela is objectively the most entertaining person. But now, ever since this argument that happened, they're immediately cutting away from her whenever she gets a little upset about something.
Oh, why?
Because they're
'Cause they're
afraid
worried
that,
she's gonna-
like something involving race is gonna. Even though what happened in this argument wasn't bad, it was just like messy.
Yeah.
It was still like involved race in some sort of way. So CBS is just like cut.
Wow.
Anything, even if it's like a harmless thing that happens, they're just like, we are cutting the feeds.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you're
Just because they don't want any bad press.
well, don't let them turn off the feeds altogether. That would be bad for y'all.
I think they're doing this so they don't have to cut the feeds
okay.
off altogether.
Got it.
But it's also like everyone else, because everyone is so not decisive about making like definitive game moves.
Yeah.
The feeds are kind of just like dull because it's everyone kind of just being like, yeah, maybe we should try this, but like maybe next week. Maybe we should get people in a room, but like next week. And it's like, but the thing that could happen tomorrow at the veto ceremony could potentially give us some really good feeds. Okay. So I'm excited. I hope that happens. I hope that plan is not squashed.
Okay. Before we started, it was still happening.
It was still happening.
Okay, my fingers are crossed for you.
So yeah.
All right, y'all. Yeah. I think we gotta go.
We're done.
This has been lovely. Hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday. We'll see you next week on Monday instead of Sunday.
Yeah, Monday, 6:30
p.m. for the podcast recording.
We love you.
We love you. See you then. Bye.